Yes, sir. What is good? What up, everybody? Alrighty. I'm gonna turn this shit off because I'm about to listen to my pod.
What's up, everyone? Man, there's a lot of you here already. What's up, guys? Yep, I'm finally starting on time, guys. Right on time. What's up, everyone? Appreciate you guys being here. What a crazy week/weekend, right? I mean, you guys saw the title of the stream. We had a lot to talk about, dude. A lot. More so than before. Wow, we just the viewer count just doubled. That's crazy. So crazy that I'm talking to like over 100 of you. That's just blows my mind. But anyway, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? How's everybody enjoying WrestleMania week? my favorite promotion, WWE, is having their biggest week ever. Well, I guess we should start with that, right? It's WrestleMania week. WWE have been doing media all week long, and for whatever reason, they just can't stop talking about AEW, bro. I'm sure you guys all know, right? I'm sure you guys all know the shots they've been taking at AEW throughout this whole week. It started with the Punk interview on Monday, and it's so funny because we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into the Punk interview. Well, no, not the Punk. We already talked about that on Wednesday's stream. We're gonna talk about what the domino effect of that Punk interview. Pat McAfee, Triple H, all taking shots at WWE. Triple H just seems extremely salty that he missed out on Will Ospreay, saying that wrestlers who take the easier schedule with more money are essentially running from the grind. Like, what, bro? You are literally going out there and saying, like, come over here where we'll pay you less and you have to work harder. Like, what? What are you talking about, bro? How is... And you know what's so funny? Like, why would you even say that if you have hopes of signing Ospreay when his first contract with AEW runs out? Why would you even go out there and say that? Where he said, I'm so happy we didn't choose you. Bro, they didn't choose you. What do you mean you didn't choose them? Like, it's been they've been taking shots at AEW all week. Pat McAfee taking a shot at AEW attendance and stuff. It's been really cringeworthy considering it's WrestleMania week. Like, bro, when it's all in week, I don't want to hear people talking about WWE. Like this August, when it's all in week at Wembley Stadium, I do not want to hear about WWE. I don't want to hear AEW people talk about WWE. I want to hear these people's thoughts on the feuds that they're currently having and stuff like that. It's just, it's okay when WWE takes shots because they're my favorite company. But when the AEW does it, oh no, why are they doing this? Hold on, okay. But yeah, man, like Triple H is a big dummy for coming out here and saying that, like way to freaking lose out on Ospreay forever by taking shots at him. And then CM Punk also taking a shot at Ospreay for whatever reason. Asking the Miz of all people, who Punk was feuding with years ago, like not even feuding with, who just hated years ago. This whole thing's a mess to even try to explain. We all know the backstories, right? But for Punk to go out there and make a joke to the Miz, or you're gonna get a tattoo of the attendance, which is obviously a shot at Ospreay for getting a tattoo of the all-in attendance from last year. The whole thing is coming from the guy who said he doesn't like drama. CM Punk. Like, come on, bro. You really don't like drama? You're the one out here starting it everywhere. And this is coming from one of his biggest stands, me. I'm a hardcore CM Punk. Well, I wouldn't even call myself a stan. I'm just, you know, I've been a fan of his work. Up until now, he's just, he's being the biggest hypocrite you can imagine. And some people are like, oh, it's okay, that's just Punk. Oh, Oz is here! Man with worst tattoos ever makes tattoo. I assume you mean jab. But yeah, Punk has horrible tattoos. But thank you for the super chat, man. Axel, another super chat says, Trang, in your opinion, what would be the best outcome story-wise for showing the video? We'll get into that right now. But thank you, man. I'm gonna make sure I specifically answer your question when I get into what I'm calling the forbidden footage. But yeah, right now we're just getting into WrestleMania week and how Tony Khan basically they've been pushing AEW's buttons, and it didn't just start. Let's be real, it didn't just start this week. Like there has actively for the past like 2 years there's been nothing but like the media basically realized what gets them clicks, and what gets them clicks is anti-AEW stuff. So for the past 2 years, that's all we've seen, bro. That's all we've seen. We've seen, oh man, you know, they should have handled the Punk thing better, and well, I even agree with that. But at a point, Punk also has to take responsibility. Like I do think that Tony Khan could have done a better job, but at this point, in other words, they've pushed him to this. They have created. I'm gonna get real edgy here. They have created the choker. that was cringe. That was horrible. But I made that joke knowing it was gonna be cringe. Don't worry. But no, in all seriousness, like AEW has been the punching bag of the media for the past 2 years, and the fact that they have something to at least, you know, they have something to back them up here with the all-in footage. I do not blame Tony Khan one bit for saying, you know what, F it, we're just gonna release the footage. We're gonna put it on our television show. Like, it's all led to this. So yeah, on Collision last night, it was announced, mind you, right after WrestleMania, when there's still another night of WrestleMania left too. So this was clearly calculated in more ways than one. Sorry, let me get to super chats. Says Punk abuses coworkers instead of substances. I mean, hard to disagree with that, right? Thanks for the super chat, Oz. Another one from Oz says, watched 7 or 8 Fed minutes yesterday for the first time since 2001. Can't believe how boring. Poop emoji. It is. I hope I'm saying this right. Isokaro? Finally catching a live stream live. LOL in Mania for real stinks. Not gonna lie. Thanks for the super chat, man. I hope I said your name right, but I appreciate the love and I appreciate your guys' input and stuff. Oh man, we have a lot of viewers. That's crazy. I'm getting anxiety here. Usually we have half of half of the viewers that we have right now. But anyway, guys. So yeah, it's all led to this. It was announced on Collision that on Wednesday, this upcoming Wednesday, AEW is going to release the all-in backstage footage. That's all they said. That's all they said, right? The Young Bucks, actually, it was promoted as the Young Bucks will show the all-in backstage footage for the first time. And that's all they said. CM Punk was not mentioned by name. Neither was Jack Perry. But of course, we all knew what this meant, right? Like, automatically, I think all of our minds went, oh, they're talking about CM Punk and Jack Perry. But then, but then you start to think, oh, it's just the Young Bucks trolling. They're not really gonna show the footage. That was my. I'm sure we all thought that, right? Like at some point, because that's what I thought. I was like, no, it's the Young Bucks. They're gonna do like a skit. They're gonna have what's his name? Griff Garrison play Jungle Boy in the skit, and they're gonna, like, if anything, reenact the backstage fight between Jack Perry and CM Punk. But then everyone in wrestling media comes out and says no, they are legit showing the footage of CM Punk and Jack Perry, and I'm like, bro, there's no way. I'm like, there is no way. But apparently there is. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And like I said, can you even blame AEW and Tony Khan at this point? Now, probably the only thing I would have done differently is I would have just, quote-unquote, leaked it to TMZ or something. Instead of putting it on my television show personally, but like I can see why Tony Khan is choosing to do this. Obviously, he's trying to get ratings. But yeah, but also it's gonna show it to your entire fan base, right? Like, because your fan base watches the show. So, the thought process behind this is there has to be something in there that makes Punk look bad. And that's the reason that they're releasing this. Oz says, also, Gunther's the most overrated chop merchant ever. What's his gimmick? Big, fastest World War II final boss from Indiana Jones. I disagree with that, Oz. I disagree with that very, very much. He is not nowhere close to overrated. I was talking about him saving WrestleMania. Rasheed Brown says Drew McIntyre is going to cut an all-time promo on CM Punk once that all-in footage drops. Dude, for real. That's for sure. That's for sure, man. But yeah, like, look, so the common theory is that CM Punk is lying about what happened backstage at All In. He claims that he choked Jack Perry just a little bit. That's literally his own words. Literally his own words from the Ariel Helwani interview. What's it called? So, I don't know if you guys, I'm sure some of you have already heard, someone who's close to Jack Perry and who used to work at AEW, I think she was the makeup artist, like, in the first 2 years of AEW. I don't think she works with them anymore, but she's, like, close friends with Jack. When CM Punk did the interview with Ariel earlier this week, he claimed that he choked Jack Perry, right, a little bit, and this lady, she immediately tweeted out that the funny thing is that CM Punk apparently tried to do an MMA chokehold, but he applied it so bad that Jack Perry was able to get out of it and I think apply a hold of his own or something like that. So, and then she immediately deleted the tweet though. So if that actually happened, if they have that on footage, bro, then I can see why they're choosing to release the footage. I mean, we don't know if that's true or not. We're gonna have to watch on Wednesday and find out. But I don't know. I think the fact that this is all even happening is absolutely insane. We are literally seeing this is like the wrestling equivalent of Nas and Jay-Z. Like, people wanted the Monday Night Wars back. I mean, so I guess as close as we're gonna get to it. Like, I mean, like I'm not even, the problem with me with WWE taking shots at AEW, it's not even the fact that they're taking shots. It's the fact that they're doing it on WrestleMania week. Like, why are you like talking about your supposed not competitor during the biggest week of the year, during your biggest week of the year? Like bro, like you guys are weird, bro. Like take those shots on Raw or something, but they're doing it on
Ah,
WrestleMania week.
it's you.
I don't know. To me, it's just kind of
You had no trouble.
bit
Captain is
hypocritical,
a
if you
very
ask me.
prominent thing. Once the fireworks start, I'll leave it to you and Sakamoto.
Also, CM Punk lying, no
So-
way, he's a man of the highest integrity that would never flush his ethics down the drain to make money for, the traffickers. Yep. WWE is horrendous, and
Fuck.
he just went crawling back to them, dude. Oh man. Hold on.
Time for me to shine, eh?
But yeah, man, like it's just,
Alright.
it's
Take a stroll.
really, it's insane to me that we're this is actually gonna happen. I'm almost like at a loss for words. I can't believe that this is gonna happen. I really can't put it in any other words. And people are already complaining that this is as desperate as WCW life. And I mean, if you're free to think that, I'm not here gonna be you're wrong or why you're free to think that. I'm of the belief that it does kind of is a risk, because like I don't know, like if you're doing this to reintroduce Jack Perry to TV, then I think it's gonna benefit him in the long run. I think that's the biggest thing. Like if you're doing this for the benefit of one of your wrestlers who's you're planning on keeping for the long run, then I think it's kind of gonna be worth it. But I can't lie that yeah, it does seem like a huge risk, man, because I don't know if Jack Perry doesn't come off great on this footage, then to what way is it gonna benefit AEW? So I'm just trying to be nuanced here. I don't want to be one extreme or the other. I can see the benefits of it, but I can also see it backfiring. It does have potential to backfire. But the fact that it's the Young Bucks though who are gonna kayfabe within the storytelling of the AEW universe, for lack of a better term. The Young Bucks are the ones who are gonna unearth this footage, which to me it just makes me all the more curious to see how are they even gonna lay out this segment? Like something as little as that. Like how is it gonna be presented? How is it gonna be presented? How are they gonna are they gonna do play-by-play on the whole thing? What are they gonna do? That's my biggest interest. Like I'm just so curious, man, like about this whole thing. Are they gonna blur out CM Punk's face, but it's gonna be obvious that it's him? Like just little things like that. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh shit.
Because I wouldn't be surprised if they do that, if they blur Punk's face. But it's like super obvious, of course, who it is. And what are the Young Bucks gonna actually say about how are they gonna bring Jack Perry back into the fold? Because of it too. There's just a lot. There's a lot you can do with it. I don't know, it just has me morbidly curious. That's the only way I can describe it, man. Morbidly curious. But I do agree that Drew McIntyre is gonna benefit from this, super, immensely. 300 plus people hit that like button, folks. Says Oz. Thanks, man. You're promoting the stream better than I am, so I appreciate that. Appreciate all your super chats. And Oz also says, no way they'd release it unless it changed to 100%. That's what I think too, right? Like, there's no way they would release it. The fact that Tony Khan hung on to the footage for so long, like he wasn't initially gonna release it, up until now, after that interview and after all the crap that WWE has been talking during WrestleMania week. Like I can see why he finally decided to say, all right, like you want to play dirty, let's play dirty. That's basically what he said. says, would you make a Punk video about being a fan of his, but also calling out all his beats? I deeply dislike him, but enjoyed what to see his 2023 review vid. I don't know, man. I don't know if it would be worth my time. And I say that I'm not even trying to come off like condescending or anything, but yeah, I don't want to make like a whole, like, because even just making a small 10-minute video takes up so much of my time. I don't know how other people can consistently put out like 30-minute videos, man. Like, props to content creators who can do that. But for me, man, I don't mind just doing it here on stream. I feel like I'm more human in these things. I get to actually interact with you guys here, so I guess for now I'll just do it here on streams. Cause yeah, like my video essays, I don't even know how I would get to writing a Punk video like that in the first place. But yeah, I don't know. I've really there we go. I've really soured on Punk in the past. Just the past 2 weeks ago, bro. Like, it's absolutely crazy. It's the same thing that he did when he left WWE. Like, this guy just, he does this all the time. Like, and after a while, it becomes a pattern, and he needs to start taking accountability, bro. Like, it's never him. It's always something else, Now, I'll always love the work that he did. As a wrestler, he will still be one of my favorites. But like as a human, he's not really helping his own case, in my opinion. You guys can completely disagree, and that's fine. But that being said, Wednesday is gonna be crazy. You guys don't want to miss that stream if you want to get my reaction. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be insane for sure. I don't even know what to expect. But this is AEW finally saying, enough is enough, man. And with that being said, I hope Cody finishes the story. Because the way that Cody just has been talking about AEW when he's asked, and not just that, this guy is just beloved by everyone and everywhere he goes. Punk and Dwayne can both get F'd, but McAfee clears. Oh, Oz, no. I don't like Pat McAfee. He's absolutely horrendous, bro. I watched WrestleMania yesterday, and man, it was horrible. And I like The Rock. The Rock basically saved this WrestleMania build. I was gonna say bold. He saved this WrestleMania build. But yeah, no, so yeah, guys, I guess we should talk about WrestleMania. I watched WrestleMania Night 1. And if you can imagine, I didn't like it. To the surprise of no one, right? The only thing I genuinely enjoyed from beginning to end that I thought was really good was Sammy versus Gunther for the Intercontinental title. This was a wrestling match on a show that's about moments. This was a wrestling match on a show that's not about wrestling, in other words. And I thought they did really, really good. I wouldn't put it on my, I don't think it's a match of the year contender, because I think, had this match happened in any other company, and I really do mean any other company, I don't mean just AEW, I mean New Japan, heck, even I think they still, you know, made the most of the time they were given, and I really enjoyed it, man. I think, I mean, how can anyone hate Sami Zayn, bro? Like he's if you watched him in Ring of Honor and everywhere else, bro's a legend. He's part of that era of you know indie, the golden age of indie wrestling, essentially. I just don't see how anyone can dislike him. And then Gunther, Walter, for that one person in the chat who says they always they love when I call Gunther Walter. Bro, nah, he's WWE's best in-ring wrestler, but by far. I don't care what anyone says. Sorry, Oz, I gotta disagree with you here, bro. Gunther's a beast, and I would love if he was in AEW, bro, or like New Japan or something. This guy's unreal. Like, I was just imagining, like, imagine Gunther versus Takeshita versus Okada versus Ospreay versus Omega. Who else versus Hangman? Like, bro, I really wish that that this is the one guy that I wish AEW had on the WWE roster. Like, he's the one guy. So I enjoyed the story too. It was very you know, just it was a classic underdog match for Sami Zayn. No, which he excels at. Gunther versus Danielson. How did I leave that out? That one too. Smooth. What's up, man? For those who are new here, there's over 300 of you here. Smooth is the biggest WWE fan. He'll answer all your WWE questions. So ask him. But anyway, yeah, man. No, I love that match. It was genuinely. It's probably the best WWE match you'll see all year, honestly. Like, I don't really see how anyone will top this. But yeah, I wish AEW had Gunther, bro. That's all I can really say. Like, I'm pretty like AEW already has its embarrassment of riches. Even then, I'm pretty jealous that it has Walter. Can't lie. Who says Supercard better than WrestleMania 40? Yeah, I agree, man. I really enjoyed Supercard. Outside of one match, I thought Supercard was really, really good. Like, ROH, man. ROH pay-per-views, they just don't miss. And I hope to talk about all the matches on that show, but in this stream. But when it comes to WrestleMania, man, so okay, I guess I'll give you my thoughts on all the matches from WrestleMania Night 1. Rhea versus Becky, I thought was good. Nothing, it wasn't great or bad. It was just good. I really do think that people tend to say that Becky is the best of the 4 horsewomen. I don't see it. I've never really seen it personally, but I've always thought that was Mercedes, and I'm not just saying that because she's with AEW now. I've thought that the whole time. But and she's also lost the battle to Becky, in my opinion. But it was. I'm not trying to like just crap on this match because, like I said, I thought it was good. It wasn't great or bad. I thought it was a good opener. But yeah, obviously I don't watch the weekly shows, so I maybe I lose a lot of context when watching these matches. Well, not maybe, I 100% do, but it was a decent opener. But after that, it was the tag team ladder match, which was kinda like sloppy up until a certain point. I thought it was interesting that they split up the belts. Like, I was like, oh, I thought one team had to win both belts, but I was rooting for the New Day. I think the New Day are great. I think the New Day should get the praise that the Usos get. I just think New Day are better than the Usos, bro. Like, everybody, WWE fans call Usos one of the greatest tag teams of all time. I just personally don't see it. I think New Day has proven that much more. But I guess I'm wrong, right? I'm wrong. I don't understand the WWE cinema. I'm just forgetting the match order. Then he says the NXT North American title match is the best of the weekend. I did not watch Stand and Deliver. Axel says comment on Brandy Rhodes comments. Which ones? The ones about AEW. Not straying away from the original vision. I think that's funny that of all people she's saying that, because the original AEW featured the Nightmare Collective. And while I think AEW in 2019 was good for the most part, I think it was better in 2020 and 2021, and even the start of this year. I think it was better, and it got a lot better when she was not on TV. I hate to be mean, but those words would hold a lot more weight if they came from Cody than Brandy. I'm sorry. But maybe she's speaking for Cody, so who knows? But until, I don't know. I just feel like she got mad. I don't want to be mean, but I just feel like she got mad that the rumor is that Tony Khan didn't want to re-sign her, but he did want to re-sign Cody. And I always think that was the personal issue that Cody refuses to say, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't watch Stand and Deliver. Yo, why are DIY doing DX cosplay? That was kind of cringe, bro. They're grown men. Like, I don't have a problem with homage. I don't have a problem with that. But literally, like, cosplaying them with the headsets and like the way they're moving too. I'm like, bro, that's kind of weird. Or was I the only one? Am I just being too harsh? Cause I was gonna say that about the ladder match, but
that works too.
oh man. Anyone who ever says anything is the worst in AEW today clearly didn't have to live to the Nightmare Collective. AEW's actual worst thing ever, says Drew. I 100% agree. The Nightmare Collective. Well, since then we've had things that might rival it, but the Nightmare Collective was just 100% horrible. When I say horrible, I mean horrible. I feel like I don't know, Brandy just, I don't think she ever really understood what AEW fans wanted. And to an extent, Cody, by the end of Cody's AEW run, he didn't know what AEW fans wanted out of him, which was really to turn heel, and it would have been beautiful. And I know he claims he was a heel by not turning heel, but that's not, bro. Yeah, so DIY, I don't know, I thought that whole thing was cringe. But anyway, the ladder match was like, it picked up by the end. I thought it was okay. I think R-Truth getting his WrestleMania moment, I don't think I have any right to be complaining about that, because by all accounts, R-Truth is great. Or like like a nice person at least. So yeah, and I remember when I used to watch WWE, he used to make me laugh. So I have no problem with R-Truth getting his WrestleMania moment. The only sad part is that the Miz is his tag team partner. Oh man, so yeah. Jermaine, thanks for the super chat. You don't have a question or anything? You can send one just in the regular chat, and I'll try to get to it. But yeah, man. We had the Lucha Libre match with Andrade and Rey versus Santos and Joaquin Wild, right? I know him as DJZ from his time in TNA, but I thought this was good. Dude, the way Rey moves at his age just blows my mind. It's absolutely incredible. And I still blame Dominic for us not getting Rey in AEW. Or even Rey in New Japan. We're supposed to get Rey in New Japan at the very least. By Rey's son. But I thought his match was okay for what it was. I don't think it was actually but not just okay, I thought it was good. It was like the opening match didn't blow me away, but it wasn't mid or even bad, of course. Andrade getting a last minute WrestleMania match, I think was super funny. Well, he was originally gonna be left off the show. I bet he feels vindicated now, but even then, like the fact that he had to be added last minute. I don't know. We'll see what they do with Andrade. There's not many NXT Black and Gold merchants left for Triple H to bring back. I think Malachi and Buddy are some of the last ones left. But
Are you really trying to kill me?
nice crowd here. Please announce are you talking to me? Honestly, thanks for the super chat though. But, I don't like super locations. I kind of like them to be underground. Not gonna lie. Is that selfish of me? I like doing just having them be a tight-knit community. But I appreciate it though. I gotta pull up the WrestleMania match list because I don't remember the match list. Sorry, hold on. So I can keep giving you guys my thoughts. So that Lucha match was good. So I'm not even gonna lie, I did not watch Jimmy versus Jay, so I had zero interest in watching that. I knew it was gonna be bad. These guys stink, bro. I don't like the Usos, never have, never will. I just don't like their ring style. I think their fan base in particular are super hypocritical because they crap on the Young Bucks. But the Usos spam super kicks way more than the Young Bucks. Someone counted the amount of super kicks thrown in this match. I think it was like 16. And I was like, oh, so they had an off night. But, I didn't watch this, so I knew it was gonna be bad. And I heard it was atrocious. So I felt vindicated in that. I can't give you my opinion on this because I didn't see it, but I knew. All I can say is I knew it was gonna be bad, and apparently it was really bad. So yeah, I'm sorry to anyone who had to watch that match. But I did see the next match like immediately as it started. When they made their entrances, it was Naomi, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control. And I thought this was a fun match. I don't think it was like too crazy or anything. Oh man, almost. But sorry guys, you guys probably forgot that I'm playing while I do these, while I review wrestling. But I thought this was good. A lot of people are gonna be like, oh, Jade hasn't changed much. And I guess that's fair considering how long has she been off TV since she signed. I guess that's a fair assessment. I just don't want to come off like a bitter AEW fan who is mad that Jade signed with WWE, because genuinely I'm not bothered by that. But and I do wish Jade the best in WWE, but I did see a lot of people already saying, man, like what were WWE doing, with Jade for so long? Why did they keep her off TV for so long?
I want to help Jade.
But yeah, like Austin says here, thanks for the super chat, man. He says, them boys better hope night 2 better than night 1. Dude, for real. Like, they need a Hail Mary at this point. But yeah, this match, so I wanted to say, I've always been a fan of Bianca Belair ever since her NXT days. I've always thought in NXT, I thought she was super underrated, and that Triple H was dumb for never putting the NXT World Title on her. So yeah, like and of course I'm a fan of Trinity. I just wish that yeah, like, I don't know. I was kind of like disappointed that she just walked right back into the Fed, but it is what it is. Like, it's a business at the end of the day. But and of course, obviously, I'm a fan of Jade from her time in AEW. But I thought, yeah, it was a fun match. Nothing too crazy, but it was fun. But like I said, I know people are gonna be asking about Jade. There we go. I finally got this. And like, why was she off TV for long if she looked the exact same as she did in AEW? And I think that's a fair question to ask. I just don't want to I don't want to hate on Jade, because I don't want to seem like those WWE fans who turned on Danielson, on Edge, on Moxley, on all those guys when they left WWE. Lenny says, Cody is the biggest babyface in wrestling, and do you think Adam Cole ever returns back to WWE under Triple H? Don't think he would have left. Never say never, obviously. But I think he's happy working with his girlfriend, Britt Baker. I think that's super important to them. And yeah, who knows? Like I said, never say never though. Anything's possible. You can't count anything out these days, guys. Like you'd be a fool to do so. But yeah. So thanks for the super chat, by the way, Lenny. So after the trios women's match, we did get the big one: Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Probably the only good, I would say, pro wrestling match. Not probably. I'll say it with my chest. The only good wrestling match on WrestleMania so far. I talked about it already. I thought it was a good story told, and I think they put on a strong performance. The Brain Buster to the top turnbuckle. It is a move that Sami has not hit in a very long time, right? And it's a move that we've actually seen in AEW a lot recently. Which makes it all the more interesting. He probably got mad that people were using his moves, and he's like, let me do it. But yeah, I thought this was great, and like I said, man, very cool turn to AEW. This guy's a monster, bro. His reign ended at, what was it? 666 days.
That shit is fire.
But yeah, like this was just I had high expectations for it, and by WWE standards, I think they met them. And yeah, man, like Sami Zayn being the one to end the reign of Gunther is pretty cool. I'm glad that he has two good WrestleMania moments now, and yeah, he deserves that. Especially after they fed him to Roman Reigns last year, after he carried the Bloodline storyline. This is like the least they can do. And then Gunther, who knows what they're gonna do with him, man? He's gonna be Cody's first feud, and they just feud him to Cody. That's a mistake in my opinion. They need to do something. Because the way he's so much better than everyone on the WWE roster is crazy to me. Justice for everything useless. Also, let's talk Ring of Honor. I'll get to Ring of Honor very, very shortly. Thanks, man. Thanks for the super chat. Oz says Jade makes Hulk Hogan's moveset look like Osprey. Dang Oz, Oz, I don't get you. We agree on some stuff, but you're a big supporter of the channel, so that's the best part. No, but yeah, man, you don't like Daniel Garcia. You apparently don't like Gunther, was just crazy to me, bro. Or Willow Nightingale, like what, bro? Oh man, very good. But yeah, so that match was obviously the best match of WrestleMania. Nothing close. I don't know what else to add to that. We gotta talk about the main event though. The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. Man, The Rock saved the storyline. He came in, he had the best entrance, best aura, and then the bell rang. And don't get me wrong, I was here because of The Rock. Bro, The Rock deserved for me to tune in, bro. I had seen the work he was putting in. I wanted to tune in because The Rock carried this build single-handedly. And then the bell rang. This was bad for like 90% of the match. I don't care what anyone says. This was not cinema. I'll give them credit. The ending was good, but only the ending. Like they should have cut this by like 15 minutes. Damn. I saw that it was like what 44 minutes long. Like the whole match. I can't believe it was that long. No, I can't believe. I thought it was longer. It felt like 2 hours. The Rock was obviously, you know, they were trying to protect him with his he hasn't wrestled in 11 years, so obviously they wanted to protect him. He was limited, but at least I would say he put in the work. He tried to make it work, and to be fair to him, he had some great moments in this. I think Cody and The Rock and Roman had great spots in this. Seth, absolutely freaking useless in this match. And I'm not sorry at all to say that. I thought Seth brought nothing to this. I mean, he was the punching bag for the 3 bigger stars, but that's it. Cody was getting booed at points in the match. I found that interesting. I don't think that'll happen today, though. I just think that being in the ring with The Rock does that to someone. Like I said, I think he'll be pretty heavily cheered today, and I hope he wins. I'm not gonna watch night 2, by the way, but
jeez, just let him drown.
And then Roman. I thought Roman did okay. I don't want to just like come out here and say he did terrible. I mean, I really do think, but like, yeah, let's be honest, guys. This match was I think it's crazy how someone can watch this and say it was, you know, cinema or one of the best matches they've ever seen. And I'm not saying they're wrong. They're saying they have different tastes. But I'm glad that we have at least options now in wrestling. Because this reminded me of why I don't really watch WWE anymore. Drew says, have we talked about WrestleMania 40 crowd yet? I know it was cool, but a lot of matches screamed or seemed dead. And you could tell when they were actually invested. Dude, yeah, Drew, thank you for the reminder. What's it called? The crowd stunk. That's the best way I can put it. And yeah, people are saying, oh, it's because it was cold. Wear a sweater. Like that. Like what? Like did how did you not know leaving your hotel or leaving your house? You know, I'm talking to the crowd. How did you not know when you stepped out that it wasn't gonna be cold? Like, you know, like, especially to a WrestleMania, an outdoor event. You know what I mean? Like the stadium is open air. I think that's a weak excuse, especially considering that, you know, Eagles fans go week in, week out and make noise. I just think, yeah, it's a cop out. But the crowd stuck for the majority of it. The ironic thing is that for the only pro wrestling match on this show, the crowd was pretty lively, and I'm talking about Gunther versus Sammy, which proves Bryan Danielson's quote where he said, if you show people great pro wrestling, they will love it. Boots, oh man. Thank you for the generous super chat, man. I don't even know how to thank you for that. Appreciate it. Boots says, is AEW Fight Forever worth $30? Also, any thoughts on Billy Stark's injury angle to win her match? For $30, I still think that's overpriced. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can even recommend it to you for 20, maybe 20, but that's still pushing it. I'm not kidding when I tell you that the game is lacking in content, and also Boots. If you plan on playing online, I just hear that, you know, like the player base is just completely, you know, like there's not many people playing the game. In other words, either. But if you're playing it just to play it on your own, then I would say 20 bucks. I can't in good faith recommend it to you for 30. I just think that's too much. I don't want you to feel ripped off. The gameplay itself is good, but it's just so lacking in content, and the fact that they're paywalling every piece of DLC is just dumb in my opinion. And the game has been a disaster, if you ask me. I hate to put it that way, but I don't want to sugarcoat it, especially because you were super generous with your super chat too. So those are my thoughts. I wouldn't recommend it even at that price. I still think that's too much. But thank you, Boots, man. Can't thank you enough for that. Thank you. But yeah, that WrestleMania main event, the ending was cool. I think Roman spearing The Rock, and then the way The Rock sold it, I thought that was the best part of the match to me. The Rock sold that so well. But The Rock did pick Cody after people's elbow, and that means it's bloodline rules for Roman versus Cody tonight, which means that Cody's gonna overcome the odds and he's gonna finish the story. That's what's gonna happen. So, yeah, I'm happy for Cody. Shout out to Cody, bro. But let's talk about Super Card of Honor. I've been talking about WrestleMania for so long. Kyle Fletcher and Big Shotty Lee Johnson had probably, to my surprise, what'll go down as one of the best pay-per-view openers of the year. This match was insane. Like I didn't I apologize to Shotty Lee because I was not familiar with his game. I knew Kyle Fletcher, but man, Lee Johnson just showed out, dude. And I thought this opening match for the Ring of Honor television title was really, really good. It was I don't know how else to praise it, man. Go out of your way to watch this if you didn't. It was really good. And Kyle Fletcher, in my opinion, is a future AEW World Champion. I know we say that a lot, but I genuinely mean it with him because this dude, he is literally unevolved Will Ospreay, and I say that as a compliment, because he's gonna eventually evolve into Will Ospreay. And when I see him wrestle, it's like I'm watching. You know, when you were watching, I don't know if you guys can relate, but if you were watching young Will Ospreay or young Kenny Omega, if you and you knew they were gonna one day be be champions, and oh man. You knew one day that they would be special. That's what I'm saying with Kyle Fletcher. This guy has it all. He's tall, he has the look, and he's great in the ring, and he can also talk. He's an underrated promo, if you ask me. Like, I really do feel like he's the prototype AEW main eventer, and I feel like Tony Khan sees it too, which is why he's, you know, gonna use him well in Ring of Honor. But yeah, shout out to also to Lee Johnson, because he deserves a lot of credit for this and for going to Ring of Honor and using Ring of Honor to get better and to have matches like this. So I hope that he has continued success as well. Because Kyle Fletcher's gonna be okay, but I also hope that Lee Johnson has lots of success as well. We had the Stardom Showcase Trios match, and dude, this Stardom and AEW having a partnership is really gonna put it into perspective. Like, you know, how you know, Joshi wrestling is miles and miles and miles and leagues ahead of women's wrestling here in America. Like, if you've never seen Stardom before and this was your first time seeing like an all Stardom match, then I would imagine your mind was blown, because the stuff that these women do is like crazy, and it's not just the stuff that they do, it's, you know, that the pace they move at, and just it's frankly, yeah, people this is gonna have to make people step up. I'm trying to be as nice as possible here, but obviously AEW has people who can hang, especially now. If this was 2019, oh man, this roster would be screwed. If this was the 2019 AEW women's roster, they'd be in big trouble. But now they have Toni Storm, they have Jamie Hayter, they have Mercedes Moné. Even I'll get into it later, but someone like Queen Aminata can definitely hang.
Oh man, she is so good, bro.
I know I'm forgetting names. Chris Statlander, Willow Nightingale. Like I said, I'm leaving out a lot of names, but the point is they have the roster now to make this partnership worthwhile. And yeah, man, like I thought this Stardom Showcase, it reminded me a lot of the Joshi Showcase at the first ever Double or Nothing, and it was great. Everybody looked great. Azumi was like, sorry. Okay, right. Oh man, sorry guys. I thought Azumi looked like a star. Micah being there was also a huge deal, because she's like their top champion. So yeah, man. Like, I think everybody did their part, and it was really cool. And then Mariah May got involved at the end, of course. I think that's really interesting. They're already implementing Stardom into pretty important storylines, if you ask me. Because I mean, Mariah May is directly involved with the women's world champion Toni Storm. And if you guys missed the Stardom show that happened over the weekend, Toni Storm showed up there too after Mariah May's match with Mina Shirakawa, and that's probably that might be the Forbidden Door match, right? Toni Storm and Mina. But we'll see, man. I don't know. I'm hyped for Forbidden Door, especially because New Japan they weren't really gonna be enough this year. Like, especially with a lot of the main events seeing jumping ship to AEW. So adding CMLL and Stardom, I think, adds a whole different dimension. Drew says Fletcher in his Ward's stage of evolution. Yeah, dude, for real.
I have a fine selection. What kind of medicine?
But yeah, what's it called? I think this Stardom partnership is only gonna make everybody else step their game up. Because yeah, dude, like, it's ridiculous how far ahead they are.
Very much.
Compared to women's wrestling in the US. So this got me really hyped for the future. It was a great. That's what it was, like a great
Is there anything
introduction to those who aren't familiar, and a way to get excited for the future and the possibilities. So, and then we had the Kingdom tag match, which didn't really move me against the infantry, right? It was what it was. Wardlow helped them, and this gimmick is kind of the Undisputed Kingdom. You guys already know how I feel about it. It's yeah. That's all I have to say about it. Can't even articulate it. It's just not. It's not working without Adam Cole being able to wrestle or MJF being gone. So Carl says, speaking that Fed Agent Rossi, it was funny seeing Edron pretend to know who he and Julia was. Yeah, man, that's true. I didn't even mention that, right? Julia being ringside at Stand and Deliver, and then WWE fans, Fed stands being like, WWE signed the best free agents.
What do you need?
That, they missed out on Mercedes and Osprey and Okada, but Julia is definitely the better one out of those four. And look, they're setting up Julia so bad by saying that, because Julia is great. She's great talent. I wouldn't even put her in the top. I don't know. This might be controversial. I don't think she's in the top 10 best women's wrestlers in the world. She might be in the top 20, but that might be controversial though. I don't know. But but look, the point is she's still a great talent though. Like, but they're setting her up bad by saying, "Oh, WWE got the best free agent." Like, bro, I think Will Ospreay will be the best investment that AEW has ever made. Honestly, I mean, just look at how over he is, and so. I don't know. They're in other words, they're setting her up badly by saying things like that. Like, and they don't even know her. Like, that's the point that Carl is trying to make with this super chat. Yeah, they don't even know her. Like, they're pretending to know. I saw someone literally used. I saw a Fed stand literally used ChatGPT to pretend that he knew Julia. Like, he basically just asked an AI to write stuff about her, and he didn't even bother to read it before posting it, because the post said, from what our sources gathered. Like, AI say that. It's pretty pathetic. Garcia gonna evolve into Charizard, aka Danielson, for real. Oz and Gloria says E-drones. Yes, my mistake. E-drones, Fed stands, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, the point is, they do not know these people. They do not know these people. Yeah, you see, some people are saying she's in the top 5. I don't know. I don't know. I personally never really. No, I've always thought. Well, it's because I stopped watching Stardom a long time ago. Like, I'm not gonna act like I watch it. Like, I have not watched it in a long time. So maybe she got better since the last time and she was always good though. Like, I'm not saying she's bad. She's a great. Look, she's gonna walk in and be better than the majority of wrestlers there, male or female. That's how good she is.
I'm glad.
So I'm actually trying to put over how good she is, but also saying that she is not the better signing out of Osprey, Mercedes, and Okada. That's ridiculous. But then again, these Fed stands would say this about Tama Tonga too. They're gonna act like Tama Tonga is freaking Okada. Just watch. Just you see. Where were we? Yeah, the Undisputed Kingdom match. It was whatever. I don't even know what to add to that. But after that was it. Hold on, I need to pull up the card here. After that was it. Yes, Billy Starks versus Queen Aminata to crown the first ever ROH Women's TV champion. Dude,
my father was a.
This match was incredible. The whole thing from beginning to end. Loved it. So I'm not gonna lie, I see this match.
How wonderful.
I'm blown away by it, and then I'm thinking, why are we not getting women's matches of this quality on AEW pay-per-views? Like, it's been a long time since we've had a really good women's match on AEW pay-per-views. I feel like when Jamie Hayter was champion, she was the one having, you know, like really awesome matches. And Tony's capable of having great matches. It's just her, for whatever reason, she's letting the gimmick influence her in ring work, and I hate that. I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't bother me, because it's
Really?
she's capable of having great matches, but her gimmick, which is now kind of souring me on the gimmick because of the way she's wrestling with it. Like, at first I really loved the gimmick, and now but the more it goes on, she's not having great matches. Like, before, she was having great matches. She was just missing a gimmick. Like there has to be a way to balance the two, bro. It doesn't have to be all in on one and then, you know, completely disregard the other.
Not bad at all.
So yeah, this match was really great. It was, and the fact that it's insane to me that Queen Aminata essentially, you know,
Very well.
came out of nowhere, because I know she's been wrestling on indies for a long time, but when I say came out of nowhere, as in, like, she wasn't signed to, like, TNA or anywhere like that. But the fact that she's as good as she is it blows my mind. And of course, Billy Starks is only 19, and she's already, like, you know, like at a level that is beyond her age, which is crazy. I can only imagine, you know, when she does actually start entering her prime, like how good, you know, the potential if she just keeps improving at the rate that she is. So yeah, just trying to catch this monkey. Oh, this is annoying me. Sorry, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put this down. So yeah, man, I thought this match was great. It was like, they were, at one point I was like, I'm watching a strong style type match, and I was like, man. And then at the end, with Billy Starks faking the neck injury, I really thought she was hurt, and I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna lie, I honestly expected the worst. I thought she was like paralyzed or something. Like, I'm kind of like embarrassed to say it, because now I got worked, right? But no, that's the point of wrestling, bro. We're supposed to get worked. We're supposed to be fooled. That's the wrestlers' jobs. So I'm not afraid to say I was duped, and it was a fantastic angle. Like, I know some people are gonna argue that it was in poor taste, but I don't know. It's wrestling. Wrestling is about making you believe, and it's not like they crossed any, like, well, that's up to opinion, right? But I was gonna say it's not like they crossed any, like, moral what's the word I'm looking for? Boundaries, at least in my opinion. I got worked. I don't care. It was a fantastic angle, and Billy Starks using that to win was like a incredible finish. Oz says Deep, Buckhead, Hater, Storm, Martina, Thunder,
This might be
etc.
training,
Yep,
but don't hold back.
that's a great group. You know, they're obviously looking at the hostage. Oz, you're crazy, bro. But yeah, man, I thought this was this might have been my favorite match of the show, maybe. It's either this or Kyle Fletcher and Johnson on some videos. Really well done. Really well done. Liquid Gold had an open challenge, and it was answered by Lance Archer, Alex Zane, and Minoru Suzuki. Suzuki just shows up when he wants, gets a loud pop, and leaves. That's pretty dope if you ask me. But anyway, this was a good match, but of course the Acclaim came out afterwards, and I was like, why? Just end this already, bro. I'm not kidding when I say Jay White versus Billy Gunn was one of the worst Dynamite matches ever. Worst AEW matches, actually. It was really bad. They should have just unified the titles at this show and then ended it. I can't believe we're still going on. What are you doing, bro? Just stop it, Tony Khan. Stop it.
Jesus.
We had
God, beat my ass.
Dalton Castle versus Johnny TV. This was horrendous.
Don't hold back.
And up until this match, I was planning on making a video essay on this show because I was like, man, this is gonna go down as one of the show of the year contenders. This was genuinely horrendous. I mean, you might have found it funny. I didn't find it funny. You probably have different senses of humor. I'm not saying my opinion is right. I just didn't like it. I thought it was horrendous. But the fact that we got 2 matches like this from booked by Tony Khan, days within each other, it made me a bit just what are we doing, Tony? Go back to what we were doing when the year started, and the lead up to Revolution. But yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Athena defeated Kuroshida in a pretty good match. At this point, I don't know who's gonna defeat Athena. Like, who can it even be? Like, literally, who can it be, guys? Because I literally don't know. Who are you guys thinking that it might be? And while I'm there,
I'm not giving in. The real fight starts now.
who says Aminata acting solely on the engineering work? Yeah, that was a huge part of convincing me. Because she genuinely looked like she wanted to cry. And I was like, oh man, she really hurt her. And then, like, it looked like she just felt bad about the whole thing. But, yeah, apparently it was all the work, man. Who's gonna Athena? Let's see, what's everybody saying? Ruby. I wouldn't mind Ruby Soho being the Camille. Is she still even going to AEW? Does anybody know if there's been an update on that?
Jesus, dude. Oh my God, getting in my ass.
Yuka. Athena already beat Yuka, I think, at last year's Supercard, didn't she? Which makes that a bit, like, unlikely.
This might be training, but don't
I mean, it's
hold
not
back.
impossible. I just don't see why Tony Khan would have had her lose last year. Okay. Charlotte Flair, Mark Henry. You guys are fools. Saraya? Oh no. Arcufa will dethrone Athena. You guys are crazy. It will not be me. That's right. Kenny Omega. Jamie. I don't think it'll be Jamie. I think Jamie needs to be the AEW World
Fight
Title.
starts now.
Riho. It could be Riho, but I don't know, like, just the fact that Riho is always going back and forth between here and Japan, I think would make it difficult for her to be the champion. Willow again. I really thought it was gonna be Willow, man.
This might be training, but don't hold back.
It could be her. Nyla Rose has Nyla feuded with Athena. I don't know because I don't watch weekly ROH. They haven't had a big. It should be Aminata. I agree with that. I think they could build her up enough to be the one to dethrone
The
Athena.
real fight starts now.
Deep. Mariah May. I think Mariah May should stay on AEW. Oh, okay. Then yeah, I remember. I remember seeing clips of it. I mean, because like I said, I don't watch it on TV. Someone said Lady Frost. LOL. Lady Frost is pretty underrated. But
I
like,
have a long way to go, it
her
seems.
role on the roster is like
Jobber.
well, at least on AEW TV. I don't watch Ring of Honor, so I don't know. But she's a jobber to the stars, right? Sorry. Well, yeah, man. I don't know who's gonna dethrone Athena at this point. She's been champion forever, and it's obviously not gonna be like Billy Starks either, because she's now ROH TV champ. So I guess we'll see. And then we had the main event, man. Mark Briscoe, man up. Mark Briscoe versus Eddie Kingston, and it was cool for Mark Briscoe to come out with the old school, Briscoes thing, with Tony Khan making that investment, you know. And in the post-show conference, you can tell how much that means to Mark Briscoe. Like you see, guys, like Tony can be sometimes. Like that's his like biggest offense, just being like a geek sometimes. But aren't we all pro wrestling fans? At least he's like the fact that that's the worst thing about him. That he's a geek sometimes who just tweets too much, like a troll, compared to the actual evil people in wrestling. Like, I'm just glad that at least AEW is an option. I'm not saying Tony Khan's a saint. Some AEW fans get way too far on like the other end. Like I saw someone on social media calling Tony Khan a normal. I was like, bro, that's too far. Like, I get it. He gets a lot of unnecessary hate. But nah, that's a little too far. Like, stop. Kenny spotted in the WWE video package. For real? For what? For Cody? Because that's the only thing I can think of. So, okay, sorry guys, I was trying to read the chat. But yeah, thanks for the super chat, by the way. Black Kuzu 94.
Alright, let me see if I can at least get advanced.
Yeah, man. By the time Mark Briscoe versus Eddie Kingston happened, you can tell the crowd was a little tired, but I'm glad that by the end of it, the crowd did get back into it. Mark Briscoe got a deserved ovation with the ROH World title. I forgot how many years it was, but it was the exact date that his brother, Jay Briscoe, also won the ROH title. So it was really, really a really beautiful moment that I think Mark Briscoe deserved. And then the celebrations afterwards with his family and the locker room. It was super dope. And it's moments like this that make me love wrestling, man. I'm like, this is why I love wrestling. This is why I still put up with weirdos who claim to love wrestling but only watch the most anti-wrestling company there is. shit meant in the post-show conference. And I'm glad that he got that moment, especially in front of I honestly thought, guys, that the crowd for Supercard was a really good crowd. You know, just like as far as how loud they were and how lively they were, I think they did really well. For sure, better than the WrestleMania crowd. But yeah, man, Ring of Honor, like I said, I don't watch their TV, but they don't miss on pay-per-views, that's weird. So I really enjoyed Supercard.
Oh, dude,
I was
really?
planning on making a video on it, but that Dalton Castle match made me not want to. But yeah, I'm glad that I at least came on here to review it at least. But, so yeah, and then Collision was Collision. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even watch most of it. I missed some of it because it was so late. Oh man! But I saw the most important part, which was obviously the Young Bucks releasing the footage, and man, that's how this show started, man. It was about the footage, and I still can't believe that AEW is gonna do this. Like, isn't it wild? Like, I'm in complete disbelief, bro. Like, I just don't know how it's gonna go. But you know what? Someone made a good point that, you know, no matter what AEW does, they're gonna get hate. Like, so might as well give them a reason to be mad. Give them a legit reason. Because for the past 2 years, I feel like they've been trying to, you know, appease and play nice at times. Obviously not with everyone,
dude.
but like they've with the media and stuff. Like, but now give them a reason to be mad, bro. That's the way I'm seeing it. Like at this point, just do it. Like I'm on board with this. Tony Khan's a madman. Anthony Ogogo is back, yeah. So someone in the chat says they shouldn't do it. Why shouldn't they? I'm not even asking that like in a challenging way. I'm just curious to see your because literally why? Like I said, what do they have to lose at this point? CM Punk messed up the whole perception of the company. So if they have video evidence of Punk, you know, frankly, that makes it look bad, then yeah, why wouldn't they put it up? I say that as a hardcore CM Punk fan.
Alright, there we go. Shit. I've got to be advanced. There we go, yeah. That's what I wanted. Damn it.
Oh, they're 100% gonna ask Kenny about it. But Kenny's gonna be very diplomatic about it. Kenny's a very, very nice person.
No holding back.
Shinku! Super chat. I will do this now in AEW release. Is that true or fake? Also, AEW is fake. Talk about that for the rest of the video. No, it's very much real, Shinku. Very much real. They're gonna show the footage. And yeah, they've just been non-stop talking about AEW during the WrestleMania week. Like I said, guys, AEW has been getting non-stop hate for the past 2 years. Why? At this point, why would they even come back? They're gonna get hate regardless. JD from New York dudes wrote a whole thesis on how mad he is that the reason or that AEW released the footage. That guy's a clown, bro. I'm sorry. To all his viewers, I'm sorry. his and a blur of mine. I'm sorry. Is wrestling better with Triple H in charge or Vince? If you're asking wrestling as a whole, I think they're about the same. Triple H is not this saint. He wants to globalize WWE too, and he would put anybody out of business if it meant it happening.
You hear?
But he's messing with the NFL family here. You can't take down an NFL family. Yeah, it's basically, I don't know what'll happen. You know what I feel will happen though? When AEW drops the footage. I feel like even though it'll be in clear footage, I feel like Punk stands will somehow come up with QAnon level conspiracies and say that it's either one, a deepfake, two, the video is manipulated, three, that's not CM Punk, it's a lizard person that looks like CM Punk, or something like that. That's what drones and stands are gonna say. No matter how bad he's gonna look in that footage, they're never
What the fuck?
admit that Punk did something wrong. Calling WWE wrestling equals calling Michael Mason unless it's odds.
Come on, bro. Shit.
Much, dude.
No holding back. You hear?
I think they're doing it for they're somehow gonna relate it to the FTR. I totally forgot to mention that, yeah, FTR and Young Bucks 4 is confirmed for Dynasty. And I totally forgot to mention that this is most likely gonna tie in to that.
God damn it. Not parries. Oh, try again.
No
Yeah, man, thanks to
holding
everyone
back.
watching. Damn, like I didn't expect so many people to be here once. Appreciate y'all. Just talking wrestling and even if we don't always agree.
God damn it.
Yo. Alright, give me a sec. I'm just trying to get through this. Just collect the star and I'll get it to
No
you guys.
holding back.
Alright.
You hear?
Like Yakuza 94 said, no matter whose side you're on, Thursday's gonna be a funny day on Burda. For real, dude. It's gonna be a bloodbath, man. Let's face it. Let's face it. It's gonna be wild. I don't know what to expect, man, out of that footage and out of the segments, out of, the way they present it. That's the most funny thing for me. Like, what are the Young Bucks gonna say? I don't think they're gonna mention Punk by name, or I don't even think they're gonna show his face. I don't know what it's about, but it'll be obvious that it's him, like I was saying earlier. Shingu said, same Punk fans that called them washroom. Punk fans that called them locker room. I'm a Punk fan too, and I can see BS. Yeah, dude. Yep. When he was in AEW, they were calling him trash, but now that he's back in WWE, he's the GOAT. Bloody world we live in. Young Bucks are the perfect run. Gotta get the titles. Yeah.
Oh dear. You got me.
Advanced,
What do
maybe?
you guys think? How do you guys think they're gonna do it? Like the whole footage thing. think it's crazy, man. The fact that all the wrestling media, all the reporters are saying no, they're 100% gonna do this. I feel like they went directly to Tony Khan, and Tony Khan said, "Yes, we're showing it." Like, to build anticipation. Like he's not running from it. Man, I hate this world. Anybody who's played Mario 64, do you like this world? Wet Dry World. It is one of my least favorite. Well, I think it has to do with just slandering the company, I guess. On Monday, Tony Khan is apparently mad. I don't know. Yeah, Wet Dry World scared me as a kid too, man. Drew says Bugs will present it like true time and narrate. That'd be funny, man. This could be the best thing ever for Jack Perry, though, if he comes off like a total Chad in this. And this is someone who has been a Jack Perry denier for some time now. I haven't really, enjoyed his work. His character work. I can't deny that he's fantastic in the ring. But if he like I said, if he comes off like a total Chad in this video, it could be the best thing that's ever happened to him. Which is why I think when people ask what's the benefit, I think that's the biggest benefit. If you really want to build up Jack Perry. SRS said Tony wasn't mad. Yeah, I did see that. So Meltzer and SRS have conflicting reports. Which at this point, if I have to choose one, I'll take SRS's word for it.
Yes! Master Hayabusa Ryu.
Mox should not be Naito, says Steven. I agree. I have this feeling though that Mox is gonna beat him. I don't know why. Scapegoats. Okada saying nice job to Jack Perry after footage of him escaping the choke comes out. That'd be sick. Whatever it is, man, AEW must be confident in putting that footage out. SRS is now formally a paid shill per his feed, says Oz. I think all these journalists have agendas, and we can even call them journalists. Yeah, man, what a crazy week, and it's the fact that Tony is doing this while WrestleMania is happening. Remember, the Dynamite after WrestleMania last year is when he debuted Jay White. I thought that was like a huge flex. no matter, despite how they've booked him since, but like the fact that he debuted Jay White on the Dynamite after WrestleMania, I thought was super funny. And the fact that he's doing this on the Dynamite after WrestleMania. Like, the Dynamite after WrestleMania is now becoming a huge event in of itself. Shout out to the 300 people out here. Welcome to Shinku. Yeah. Thanks, Shinku. You're one of the OGs. It's crazy that we have that many people here. It's a sold out chat right now. Yeah, if Punk lied and Jack Perry pieced him up, then how is Punk ever gonna recover from that, bro? I can't wait for Drew McIntyre to roast him. Can't wait for that. Trankmania. Bryce Pitts says, I'm new here, bro. Welcome, my friend. I usually do these late at night, which is why I understand that people can't join, but a man doing one on a Sunday afternoon kinda has me reconsidering things. I might have to do one every now and then. Just on an early Sunday afternoon. Am I getting concerned about QT Marshall yet? Brother, I was concerned the day it was announced he was back. I really hope these changes aren't up to him. Like, because I don't know, I feel like AEW in the lead up to Revolution, freaking great. But right now, why are we seeing stuff like Jay White and Billy Gunn and... Oh no! Just things like that. I saw someone post about how supposedly, and I don't know if anyone can confirm this, that Sean Ross Sapp on one of his streams kind of alluded to Megan Bayne, because I know Tony Khan said that she's under some kind of AEW contract, which is weird to say. Like what does that mean? I know he said that this past Friday on the media scrum, but that apparently Sean Ross Sapp kind of alluded to her being loyal to Rossi, and therefore, like, you know, things with AEW being kind of weird because of that. Can anybody confirm that? That's what I read. That someone had said. Sunday afternoon stream instead of post collision. You know what? That might work. True. If more people can make it, then yeah, I might consider that. Cause yeah, having 2 late night streams is kind of like redundant, right? I might have to wait until Sunday instead of right after collision. But thanks, man, for the super chat. Thanks for all your support, Drew. You've been here the whole time. Thanks to everyone being here, man. Like, you guys are awesome. Never thought I'd be able to stream and have people hanging out with me. Okay, so people are saying they can't really confirm what I said about Megan Bayne, which I think is good news, because obviously I would want her back in AEW sometime. My opinion on the Edge promo, I didn't think it was... my only criticism was that it was a little too long. That was it. Other than that, I didn't see the harm in it. But now that they're airing the footage, I really think there was like, in the end, there really wasn't a point to the promo, because now they're just gonna directly retaliate to Punk.
I'm listening.
Oh, I forgot that red coin right there.
How wonderful. Very well.
Fatu signed with WWE. Imagine he costs Cody. Imagine he costs Cody, y'all. It's not gonna happen because Cody already got pinned. But like, I can't lie, the Cody fan in me obviously wants him to win, but the AEW fan in me wants to see Cody lose, just because it would be super funny. so I'm stuck. I'm stuck between those two mentalities. But now I think it's pretty safe to say that Cody's gonna win. There's absolutely no way, zero way. There's literally 0% chance they pin him 2 nights in a row. 0 chance. Yeah, I got the red coin, thankfully. Thanks, Museum Standard. The AEW shilling me wants Cody to lose. Right? Like, it would be funny. Because the meltdown from WWE fans after Cody lost last year was super funny. It was one of the funniest nights in personally in my fandom of pro wrestling. Who knows? Maybe we'll get one of those nights on Wednesday. It might be one of the funniest nights. Might be one of the worst. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Wait, where's the star? Tony Khan in the chat. Tony, please book Jay White how I want him to be booked. Wait, where's the star, bro? Alright, who knows where the star went for the red coins? I'll wait for someone in chat to... if not, I'll just look it up. Nah, there's no way Cody loses. He got pinned last night. That solidified it. There's no way he loses tonight. Oh, it's by the pipe. Okay. Thank you, ahoy, Princeton. I didn't even bother to check all the way at the end. Bro, I played this game a million trillion times, and you would think I would remember, but I haven't played it in a while. That's why.
There we go. Yasuke!
Okay, yeah, there we go.
What brings...
Don't doubt the Fed, Drake. I know, right? They can't be that dumb. I said that last year, but they still had Cody lose.
You. Alright.
How long does Cody keep the title? I think he's gonna drop it to The Rock. I'm not even kidding. I think they're still gonna do Rock versus Roman for the title.
I have studied the powerful Hayabusa.
But
I assume you've heard of
Cody
it
might
as
drop
a
the belt to The Rock
warrior
at
of the
SummerSlam, and then I think at that point, Cody winning the belt is the moment itself. Obviously that's finishing the story. He doesn't need a long reign. What I think is The Rock might win it.
What is it?
Maybe not at SummerSlam. He might be busy, right? But at another show, and then they'll do Rock versus Roman for the title. And then they're gonna put the belt back on Roman. He's gonna hold it for another like 10 years, and then Cody's gonna have to fight for the secondary world title.
Testament of the Soul.
Pat McAfee's a fool, bro. He's really annoying. I don't like that guy. Ahoy, Princeton. I think Bang Bang Gang is a sick name. I wouldn't mind if they just dropped the Bullet Club Gold branding altogether, especially because they haven't really interacted with Bullet Club at all. So if they just dropped the Bullet Club name
How are you
stick as
faring?
Bang Bang Gang, then yeah.
I'm glad. Really?
Tony says, I think Roman retires after tonight.
Looks like
That'd
you
be
have quite
shocking.
the collection.
Like shocking in the
Good
sense
work.
that, you know, nobody would have, he wouldn't have hinted at it at all, but it wouldn't be shocking in the
What
sense
would you
that
like
if he's
me to
still
work?
dealing with you know, well, he did say last night, you know, he still has to take
What would you like me to work?
oral chemo treatment, right? So if he were to, you know, announce someday in the near
What would
future
you
that
like
he was
me to work?
retiring, I wouldn't be shocked in that sense, because that stuff is, you don't play with that kind of stuff, you know, like, say what you will about Roman, but
What would you like me to work?
I wouldn't blame him if he ever decided to retire young. Because, yeah. No, he's not retiring. I'm just, someone in the chat brought up the possibility, but
I have a hunch you would be.
yeah,
I'm glad.
that's why. Like, yeah, on the human level, I do, I hope, I wish
Couldn't
Roman
be
Reigns nothing but the best, bro.
True. Nothing else. See you then.
Did you manage to take the pictures I asked you to?
WWE has Julia now. Billy, why are you yelling? Why are you yelling in the chat?
Anything else you're looking for?
I didn't expect this stream to be this big, y'all. Appreciate you guys. Any, yeah, he's got.
Anything
He's
else
got
you're looking
kids,
for?
man. Like I said, I wish him the best, and I hope that, you know,
I look forward to seeing.
I hope he gets to do what he wants. Is just what I'll say. But yeah, guys, any last questions before I head out? Are you guys gonna watch WrestleMania tonight? Like I said, I won't be watching tonight,
You rounded up any
but I wish
fugitives?
Cody the best. He's an AEW OG. I was there when he faced Kenny Omega at Supercard of Honor in New Orleans. How long
Oh
has it been now?
man, I wish I
6
would have went.
years now.
NXT was fire that night.
Yeah, it's
though.
been 6 years. And he told me he had seen my videos. Back then, I was only making like
Best of
edits,
luck
I guess you can
out
call
there.
them. Wrestling edits in the style
I'm
of,
blessed to have your
movie
patronage.
trailers. I asked, are you guys watching WrestleMania? And the chat just filled up with no's. I thought at least some of you would.
What do you need?
Expectations for the Young Bucks segment. That's a loaded question. Expectations, I think AEW are confident in what they're gonna show, so I expect Punk stands aren't gonna be happy. That's what I expect, and I think it'll be a funny segment too, knowing the Young Bucks. Scout Danny, I think, is the first yes for watching WrestleMania. Do I think they should have pulled the trigger and let Yota Tsuji beat Naito for the championship? Honestly, yeah, why not at this point?
Anything else?
See if I have any Obans.
Kevin says, I just hope Bailey wins. True. Why does Tony think it's a good idea to air all-in
I can
footage? It
strengthen
seems like
anything.
Russo type segment to get cheap views ratings. Maybe it is. I mean, but
What do you need?
WWE has been using their media time this week to do nothing but clown on AEW. So they have the right to retaliate even if it's on their show. Like I said, I probably wouldn't have done it on my TV show. I would have probably sold it to like TMZ, but Tony's gonna do what he wants, man, and I'm just morbidly curious to see. Boots with the with the very very generous super chat says decided not to get AEW Fight Forever. I ordered pizza for WrestleMania 40 later tonight. Honestly, that's a good investment. Pizza, you can't go wrong with pizza.
Nah, you can't, bro.
Thank you, Boots, man. I hope you enjoy the show, and I hope Cody finishes the story. But yeah, that's very. You can never go wrong with pizza. That's always my go-to too for like for AEW pay-per-views, either pizza or wings. So
Good.
yeah. Level up, better than All In. What is this person talking about? Man, this live has been phenomenal. Yeah, guys. Bro, yeah. Let's get rid of this troll, okay? Troll is gone. Anyway, yeah, guys, appreciate you guys. I think I'm gonna call it quits here, man. It was a really great stream. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. And you do not want to miss my post show on Wednesday to get all my thoughts, and we can all talk about it here. It's gonna be crazy, man. Let's see how this footage goes. I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know what to expect. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. If you're watching WrestleMania, enjoy the show. If you're not, enjoy the rest of your day, man. Doing whatever it is that you're doing. Make the most of it. But regardless, appreciate you guys coming through. And yeah, man, take care. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.
fuck?
You may act as you see. Mine own. Bring yourself together. Again and again, you have plagued me. It ends here. This isn't the time to die, right?
There we go, baby.
Come, do your worst. Are you all right? Yes. That's enough. We must retreat! Retreat now!
With the failure of the assassination plot, the struggle between the shogunate and those who opposed it entered its final, decisive phase. Though he survived, Naosuke-I was relieved of his duties, blamed for inciting the rebellion, and forced to leave public life.
Come, let us return to Hikone.
So he dies anyway. Damn. Ah, so it was either gonna be me or her. Holy shit. Okay.
They were saying the trade talks are being suspended.
So that still happens.
After their triumph at the Sakurada Gate, Kusaka and his allies plot the next step in their quest to expel the foreigners.
Okay. No. I do want to finish the whole storyline. Holy shit. I like the time travel thing. That's pretty cool. But I do want to finish the anime Shogunate story. So.
You're back. Good. Let's have it. No. If you ever need...
Okay, I will be right back. All right. Oh man, I need to get a haircut.
Holy shit!
Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for our WWE WrestleMania 40, WrestleMania XL, the biggest WrestleMania of all time, Night 1 review. We're here to discuss everything that went down from Philadelphia, from Lincoln Financial Center, and our Lincoln Financial Stadium, excuse me. Yes, I am joined by my esteemed colleagues here. First up, we have my co-host over on the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. You see him here on Elite Heat, watch-alongs, and all the sorts. He is the true draw. Josh, how are you?
Doing good. I was afraid I wasn't going to make it today because when I saw it was 11 o'clock, I was still in bed.
No worries. We made it for 12 today, not our usual 11:05 that we do for the True Hill Heat flagship, but we didn't need to do that this week because we weren't on a Sunday. We were on Friday instead. We missed you on Friday with me, Top Guy, and Miss Chrissy Love, but I'm glad to have you here with us because we are joined by one of our favorites, one of the recurring characters here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. You know him over on Post Wrestling, on the NWA podcast, one of my favorite podcasts in the wrestling verse. He is the Professor, Chris.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I've been looking forward to doing this because I've been catching y'all on and off for like the last few months because I'm teaching on Saturdays now, so I don't have the time to participate like I normally would. I think this will be a very interesting and fruitful discussion. Like Josh, it's 9 a.m. on the West Coast. Me and my wife didn't get home until 3:30 a.m. from Colombia, Colombia. So any gringos or Anglo, don't get it twisted, yeah. It was a long ass flight, so I'm happy to be home. Had to do this from my living room because my ass needed some cushion. My gaming chair in the bedroom in the guest room is fine, but I needed to be able to kind of lounge and be comfortable as we talk about this night one of a 2-night extravaganza.
Absolutely, and to do that, we gotta fill up the panel cast here. So we got Professor Chris with us. Why not have his co-host over from the NWA podcast as well? He is the Godfather, Nate Milton. How are you doing, Nate? And are you mourning the loss from last night?
First of all, Sid, I'll answer your second question first. The setback is only the setup to the end of the story, my man. But I'm good, man. It's good to be here with you, man. I've been looking forward to this. But I think for me personally, and I'm just gonna say it, man, this brother right here, we all know Bianca Belair is the EST of the WWE. Said this brother, Professor Chris Ely, is the ER of wrestling media because he came back from Costa Rica stronger, smarter, better, faster, and even more of a naysayer than he was before. Much love to my brother Chris. Good to see you, man. I'm glad you was able to make it this morning.
Oh yeah, my wife is myself at least $6.
Well, we appreciate y'all two for joining me and Josh, and we appreciate all of you for joining us as well. If you're watching us live, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all if you're watching us on demand. Show that appreciation back the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Hill Geek YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. We've been going in on WrestleMania week, multiple previews, multiple reviews. We've talked about AEW. Somehow, during the biggest week of WrestleMania, AEW has been a topic a lot. And after night one of WrestleMania wasn't the biggest headline on wrestling news. It was fucking TK going fucking nuclear and sending a nuke this Wednesday.
I logged on this morning and I'm seeing these like Meltzer and Alvarez and all this stuff about, dude, like I got the tapes. I got the receipts. This nigga,
You were talking shit? Yo, the funniest response I got was from my friend who's only a AEW fan, ChiLL. You see him in the chat sometimes. I told him that he did not know. He did not watch Collision. And he was like, oh, niggas pulling out guns on the streets. Oh! He was like,
I mean, if Arn Anderson is on the street, you never know.
Glock Anderson, that's why they call him that. Hey,
It's crazy though, Chris. It's crazy, like Josh, like this man TK really out here trying to pull a Pusha T. He's like, yo, Bill Brooks, you are hiding a child.
yeah. Well, I mean, Phil is an idiot. But it's a mixed bag with that. I feel like he makes sense, but he's also a little bit of a baby, kind of a hypocrite. So we gotta, I'm sure that'll come up.
I said yesterday, 2 days ago on the True Heat Flash Hit podcast, I was like, in every story that CM Punk has ever told, from multiple interviews I've heard from him about real life, he's either the savior or the victim in every single story. There's no in between. He's not an innocent bystander in anything. He is either the savior who came in and saved the day, or he is the victim that somebody wronged.
Right. One of the things that he does that I hate the most, I hate this in my professional life, I hate it in wrestling, is these wrestlers, these influencers, people of magnitude of Punk, the first thing they do to try to create a following, a cult following, is they discredit the media. And he spent like days doing that, like talking shit about, and I'm not saying you gotta love Meltzer or Alvarez or Killer. I have my criticisms of everybody, but those guys are legitimate journalists, and the minute you start trying to say, oh, all of these guys are, because I mean, none of these, and I know this from
My name is Takoyaki Enomoto.
contact, if they get something wrong, tell them, print a retraction, state a retraction, whatever, and they'll give your side of the story. No,
Without
but
Brunei,
this,
our forces stand no chance of being trained to the standard.
the brawl out crap,
Go out there and impress
dude,
him.
you guys are doing the biggest pay-per-view you've ever done. And you're over here complaining about some stupid long-haired hippie making that glass comment, and you're getting mad because, why can't that anger wait until until all that's done, It shows a big deal for everyone, not just you, my dude.
And this is where I said that Ariel Wani wasn't a good interviewer in parts of this, whole thing, is that he never questioned Punk on why Jack Perry said that at All In. Why did Jack Perry say that at all? Why was Jack Perry upset? He wasn't upset during the initial reaction, because everybody said the initial incident with you telling him not to use Greek glass at Collision, everybody has coincided that was what happened. What really upset him is you going to the media. What started all of this, your entire beef with the elite, is wrestlers going to the media. You went to the media with that story. Thus, Jack says that at All In. Thus, you go to Tony Khan during the biggest show in company history to be like, oh, you're gonna do something? What do you? And he has a natural response. Alright. That's not true. I know that's what probably what Tony. Alright. You're always saying that.
It's weird because
Hey, you're not looking so good.
media to get his rocks off on shit that WWE did to him, shit that AEW did to him, fans bugging him at the airport, all that stuff. And then he wants to rail on them when, you know, he gets like in the wrestling industry isn't the same as it was like back when, you know, gate attendance was the most important stuff. You know, sell it out. Like all like this, it seems like this is a content business now, right?
One of us.
Like those media deals. And Tony Khan gets an increase in his deal with WBD or another service or another network. That dude won, you know. So I mean, like, I remember doing a show with Nate and Andrew about this. That week when everyone that rails about when WWA got 55 million viewers in 1988 with the main event. That week, yeah, they got the most wrestling viewership in history. Like they lost that week with Different World, the Cosby Show, Dallas. I mean, some of those shows were even in reruns. You know, it's, people watch TV differently. The industry has evolved. And then it's still Eric Bischoff going back to those same old 1980, 19 talking points. Like, shut up, dude.
Trey Jones saying I love it when TK is petty. We also got Big Red Dogs here saying, hadn't Tony Khan had months to fix it? Big Man Dogs, I know you're a CM Punk fan, and this is what CM Punk fans tend to do. Stop mixing Brawl Out with Brawl In.
Yeah.
Those two We're talking about Brawl In right now. You're trying to bring Brawl Out into it to explain how CM Punk was feeling. But that's nice. That's nice. Yes, Tony Khan is the person that we have firmly established deserves the most play for not fixing the situation after Brawl Out happened. There's no one denying that. I don't even know why you're asking the question because everybody has accepted that, yeah, he had months to fix it. Brawl In is what we're talking about, and we're gonna find out on Wednesday if Tony Khan has done anything to fix that situation.
Right, and I've always said this. I don't 100% disagree with CM Punk. I just think he has methodology that makes no sense. Like,
Yes.
like you can't like Sid was saying, you can't be the bad guy all the time and be the good guy all the time. This dude actually said, I didn't punch him, I just choked him a little. What do you mean?
It happens. It happens.
We're in a sport that ain't real. What the hell? And we're just acting like that's normal? Like if that happened at my job, the person that did the choking instead of punching is getting fired. It's not even a debate.
It was a lot of contradictions, but I think we're definitely gonna talk more about that on AU Ramble this week and probably on the True Hill Heat flagship podcast this week. I was mainly just trying to make a point and spend the first couple of minutes talking about that because that is what happened. If you check your social media this morning, no one see they had one of the biggest main events in WrestleMania history. Match of the year candidate, two of the biggest women's stars in history going against one another. 65,000 people in the building, but one little graphic and confirmation from the top reporters. Once again, the reporters once against CM Punk. Man. Once again, that's the thing everybody's talking about. So, Vala B, welcome to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, where we always say we're reviewing AEW Dynamite and wound up talking about WWE for 30 minutes. So, welcome to the WrestleMania Night 1 review, where we spent 15 minutes talking about the AEW news.
One thing about them tables, Sid, they always gonna turn, brother.
Yeah, I'll get off of this. That collision last night was pretty good. I was watching it on the airplane with DirecTV on Jet.
I had that on and the presser for WWE WrestleMania because The Rock came came on as like Collision was finally getting started on TBS, so it was fun. We got S. Jack who's trolling all you Cody crybabies in the chat saying y'all ready for that Cody L today?
I've been seeing a lot of it on my time.
It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen.
And follow me. Put some respect on my name. I don't need no goddamn reminder. I know what I'm doing here. I've been doing this damn thing for 7 years. Act like you've been here before, man. You one of the OGs. Come on, don't act like this here.
And this is our show. We can do whatever we want.
Tell him, John. But let's get into WrestleMania 40 Night 1 before we get into what went down on the show. We'll start with Brother Nate. One word to give your overall thoughts for WrestleMania 49.
There it is right there. That's about right. Not to give away the game, Sid, but I feel like this might be the first time since they've done a 2-night WrestleMania where night 2 actually might be the better overall show than night 1.
They set it up where this was more of a one show. It's one show in 2 parts. This is the first time that they did it in that way. So they did kind of leave it open for night 2 to kind of deliver the final punch to make overall WrestleMania one of the kind of best shows of the year. But Professor Chris, one word.
Okay. I'm not it's a Larry David. It was like WWE. I don't think this is when they're hot, they're main events. They're hot. And then everything else is lukewarm or sometimes good. But and that's how I felt the show was. I thought some of this like, we'll talk about it, but there's a lot of that you could have replaced it with anything and it would have still been the same level show.
Yeah, and it's another good thing. Mad Dogs with a good comment. It's funny. WrestleMania's always hit harder when you think they will be dog shit. Yes. WrestleMania's with high expectations don't always seem to come through. So I can understand with like that's why I was like I know I have one word which is good. And that's not what I expected to say after night 1. I thought night 1 based on the story would be the better of the 2, and I'd be saying, oh, that was great, that was on the same level as the past 2 nights. But I think this was a step below the past 2 nights. It was just good. Josh?
I'll go with ready and ready.
I'm the high man. I'm the high man with good.
And even your good, Sid, your good was like, yeah, it was nothing more. Because, you know, I describe night 1 like this, right? We've seen like the build-up, right? So, old things, right? We've seen the build-up. Packages, right? And they look great. Like the movie packages look great. But then it's kind of like going to a movie, right? You see the trailer, you're like, oh my god, this shit looks amazing. Then when you actually watch the actual movie, it was like, oh, it was okay. Was it worth the trailer? No. Was it terrible? That's how I felt about night 1.
You basically saying this shit is Meta Yin for Entourage fans.
Damn.
That ended up being a flop, right?
Exactly.
Entourage University.
Which it was, I mean, yeah, like that's how I felt about night 1. Which I'm not saying it was terrible, but I was like, compared to the last 2 years,
I think every night 1 has been better than night 2.
Yes.
And this feels like the first time that they left the door open for night 2.
And it could have been like the pieces were there, Sid, but I feel like, and we'll talk about it when we go match by match, the individual matches, except for 2 or 3, I feel like didn't live up to their potential.
We do have a super chat donation from the good brother Steve Caceres. Thank you so much. Used to work with Steve. Thank you so much, brother, for the support. He says, fuck the story. He is putting this on.
Send dollars back. I mean, tournament. Angel Reese, Dawn State. Anytime, our people try to ascend, there will be people trying to tear us down. So, Cody Devontae Rhodes, don't let these haters get to you, man. We gonna see you tonight, standing in the middle of that ring with a brand new belt that you can present to Mama Rose at the end of night 2 of WrestleMania, bro.
This time won't be like before.
Yeah, Bella B, I'm kind of like with you. Like, I enjoyed the show. He says I enjoyed it, but it wasn't really good. I don't really hate it. He's like, I don't really hate it, but it wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, it's very conflicting. It's very
I thought it was a show with a lot of doubt. Like, I did like the event. I did. I enjoyed it. But there was a lot on that show that was like not it was dead. It just really did. I didn't feel like
Fuck.
I was gonna find something there. I don't feel like I did.
That's how I actually feel. Because I was just like, yo, if I was in that crowd, it's fun. It's one of the first Manias where I don't feel like I'm missing out by not being.
Yo, like, that's how I felt about, like, Live. Because, like, my first Mania I ever went to was in MetLife at 29. So when they come in, and I went to 33 and 34 back-to-back, so I could have made 3 in a row, and it was right there in Jersey again at MetLife. But I thought about that first time at MetLife, and it rained during the pre-show, if you remember, during Miz and Wade Barrett. It rained during the pre-show. I was with my nephew. It was a bitch to get back home with that, get drunk hit wall, and then get myself back home. I was like, nah, I'll do everything else around me, but I won't go to MetLife.
Right.
And I know people that was looking forward to that Mania. It was their first Mania I ever went to, and the only thing they could say about it, it was too long. It was 7 hours, and it took like 3 hours to get home. So I thought about all those things. Like, I could have applied for WrestleMania and go to Mania back in November, back in December, but I was like, around that time, that's when they announced that Sting was retiring at Revolution. So I was like, I probably will have to make a choice. Knowing my business, I was like, I'm probably gonna have to make a choice. And being in that stadium and then watching the show at home, I was like, yeah, I made the right choice.
You made the right choice.
After night 1, I don't know what I'll say after the main event could be an all-timer tonight. We know what it seems like they're setting up for them to do, and maybe after night 2, I'll feel like, oh man, I would have went to strictly night 2. I would have done this review and took the bus to go to Philly. I mean, I meant make it for night 2. But like, nah, the overall weekend, I don't think I
Like with my current
I do not expect everyone to be of this warrior's
I don't
caliber.
like the actual
But
show. I go there to
I care
powwow with
nothing
all
for
the
status.
cast people I don't really
Understood.
see
We will stop.
like
I'm afraid
throughout
I
the
must
year.
remain here.
It's like
Find Tatsuya
one
Shin
year, like one
and tell him what we
day
discussed.
or week event where I see okay, I'll see
Okay.
Sid is here and Nate's there and
All
Johnson.
right.
And, I can look around and see my friends, and we have more fun like doing like drinking and doing whatever than the actual show. Like,
Anyway.
The spoiler alert, Chris, I ain't gonna be in no damn Minnesota either.
Honestly, Revolution, and Josh can probably attest to this. Revolution being a great show was the cherry on top. I agree with Chris 100%. It was being out there with my friends and having a whole bunch of stories to tell afterwards. That's even before we walk into the Greensboro Coliseum. Like, that's why you do the weekends, is to experience and get out there. Well, for the most part, I know that's why I do most of those like wrestling weekends and stuff like that. We got another super chat donation. This time a super Chisholm from Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will. Love to see you in the chat. He says Roman was really an asshole at the press conference, but The Rock baby-faced himself. I think The Rock realized, he was like, my time here as a heel might be over soon, so gotta still be nice to the media. Roman was in full character though. That was awesome.
I missed the press conference, but I mean, The Rock is just.
Oh, that's a good one. I mean, to be fair, The Rock did heal himself on social media though.
Yeah, he always does that.
I made a mistake endorsing Joe Biden. My bad, y'all.
Roman was in full
Presser, you would think they switched because Roman was not happening. Like he was there. I asked Paul Heyman a question. Heyman the same thing. Paul Heyman was like, you don't have a question for Roman. Don't ask me a question.
They played Chris Van Fleet on Valentari. They dragged him for that, and then he said like he was like, oh, put the ones up for Paul Heyman, and then some lady in the back got him like booed him or something. He's like, get her out of here. I'm sorry. I agree with him. You're in a presser, you're media, you should not be booing and that shit. Your ones up. Don't do any of that shit. Nah, I agree with him. Get her out of here.
I always have a hard time with those pressers because it's like, I'm not there to play that game with people, you know? I'm not there to scare, I'm not there to do, I'm there. Like, if something goes on, I treat it like a sport. If you see a fuck with other games,
like this,
I treat this shit like
been with my
like
stepfather.
how do people in the world around us treat it, like serious stuff. So I can't play these character games with these wrestlers, and I'm not gonna do that with my time in my heart.
Hatsu was assaulted at
That's the
the
problem too.
fireworks
Some people
display on
don't
the
do that.
Sumida River.
Yeah.
That was great. That was basically an example. But this is what happens when you give credentials out to people that you're not really looking at. And you see like how they carry themselves. Part of the problem as well. Like, you know, and I get it. You know, you want all the attention. You know, like you're trying to get all the attention and all that stuff. But then, to me, if I'm gonna be giving out credentials, I want to see. I'm gonna look into a fact like, okay, let me see what this person does or how they handle themselves. And well, they want their cake and they want to eat it too, because at the same time as they want people that take WWE seriously, they also don't want the people that's gonna ask about that court case. Yeah, they don't want that kind of cats at the press conference. Oh no, I get it. And I get it at the same time. But like, if you're gonna be doing stuff like this, like in a serious setting, then it's like sometimes it's hard. Like professional. Exactly. Yeah. Like sometimes it's real important.
If this is what we gotta go there and play the game, cheer, you know, I would rather just do the WrestleMania 8 press conference or 6, like, well, what you did, that Teddy was dope.
Yeah, I want those style pressers back. Full on in character.
Right.
How they do their kickoff shows.
Yeah, stuff like just stop wasting my time. Like, do it like the way Zeus did and No Holds Barred, where they're
I'm coming for you.
Yeah, that.
You gotta be like the UFC and shit, like do it all like that. Yeah.
Right, yeah. I got no time.
Unfortunate.
I really do.
We got another super chat donation here from Bella B. Thank you so much, Bella B. We appreciate the support. As always, he says, better learn the lyrics to Kingdom because Devontae is bringing home. We ain't inflation.
Right.
Right now. Said it to his chest. All you Cody crybabies saying it with your chest today.
We go from tears of sadness, Bella B, to tears of joy tonight with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes is all roads
Go back to Ada.
You know he's going back, Sid. You know at some point he's gonna go back.
Yeah,
because Ariel tried so hard for him to talk some shit about
he'll probably come up with the next couple weeks or so, but I got issues with him too.
I should ask you that.
But
With Lord
Yeah,
East
you know what it is? What You talking about Maloney, right?
Imbecile!
Yeah. That's
Yeah, because you know what it is too with him, and this is what I was telling Sid. The problem I'm having with Ariel, because I've always been a fan of his. Like I think his MMA stuff is like really great. The problem with him is that now he's in the situation where he's clearly biased. He's playing one side of the fence, and because he's still upset about TK not answering his questions, so he's held a grudge off of that. So every opportunity he's getting, he's gonna try to tap somebody with AEW. That's what he did with the Punk interview. He tried that with Cody, and it didn't work. But he clearly has an agenda, and I think that's what bothers me. If you're a journalist, you know, if you're gonna be a journalist and you're gonna be, you know, you do stuff like this, in my opinion, you need to be in a situation where you're neutral in a situation. You might not like the person, but if you're gonna be covering stuff like this. Then you can't, to me, you can't play both sides of the fence because.
You're 100% right, Josh. And it's like when you are in this media space, you interview these wrestlers. There are going to be some wrestlers, promoters, whatever. There are going to be some that give you a lot, and there's some that aren't going to give you a lot. When he saw that TK wasn't going to be answering his question. A good interviewer would have pivoted to something else.
I'm listening.
You know, what you do is you get your subject comfortable enough to just start talking. And once they do that,
Very well.
they might start.
Until next time.
You might not even ask the question, and they just might start like running their mouth. You know, and then like this stuff with calling Duke Snowman and bragging about popping the boys and shit. Like, what are we doing in this space?
out there.
I don't care about popping motherfuckers. I don't.
What is it?
Like, that's
That was weird, yeah. And I think with Ariel, like, as you said, Josh, like, when it comes to MMA journalism, you can't impeach the brother's credentials. Like, the brother's on his job there, but the way I kind of look at it, Sid, is it almost feels like if you got an NBA reporter that does a good job reporting on the association, and then they go cover boys high school basketball. Like, it's still the same person, but they're not taking the job, the assignment as seriously. And it feels like wrestling is something that Ariel's a fan of, but he ain't taking this as seriously as he does with the MMA.
And to be honest,
We'll stop covering it and that take it seriously.
you're
Cover
here.
it, you know? Because I rail on
where are we
wrestling
off to,
a lot,
Katsu?
but I rail on it because I don't want
afraid
this
my
again
invitation was
crap to
merely
be
a
an
pretext to ask
underground
another
thing
favor.
where only us
Mind if we
people that
discuss
wrestle.
the matter over a meal?
Okay. Ugh.
Know about it. You know, I want this to be a thing that overall society cares about. Feel me?
Everyone good with my usual
We do have a super chat donation here from Will Chisholm. He says The Rock did sound mad racist when he say, "Look at you now, boy."
Look, between that and then he was like, when he was talking about endorsing Biden last time, he was like, the world's gotten too woke. I'm like, what? Hold on there, DJ.
Hold on, what are we talking about?
I think it was purposely doing that.
Have you heard?
Just kind it was weird.
People
But
are taking it
I
upon
didn't
themselves to
mind
punish
it.
those who deal with
Look at you
foreigners.
now, boy. If it was a white guy doing
They
that,
have to try thinking the
It'd be different. It'd be different. But Cody is not black, not as much as y'all wish he was. All right. Sorry. You know.
He said, oh my God.
But we start off the show. We started off WrestleMania 40 Night 1 with a new signature video at the start, voiced by Triple H. I thought it was a real nice upgrade, and maybe off the bat say, okay, this is a new era. Then we get the WrestleMania intro, narrated by Meek Mills with the song Big Boy in the background. The show kicks off, they say it's 52 degrees out, but it feels like 48. We got the sports light presentation. They also have, we see Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch getting ready for our opening contest. And then finally, we get the national anthem, the American national anthem from, of course, Coco Jones of the Bel Air show, Hillary Banks. So, shout out to her.
That's what that is. I was on the watch all late.
Then we get tonight's announcers will be Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Pat McAfee, and WWE CCO Chief Content Officer Triple H entered. He got a big pop. Cole, speaking of his boss, once again said that this period should be known as the Triple H era. Triple H gets into the ring and he says, "Welcome to a new time. Welcome to a new era. Welcome to WrestleMania."
I love it because Rocky Ryan Triple H
The only way to save our country is to bring
are
down the
now
coconuts.
the feud has been to the board.
What am I doing?
They are now the two faces of the company.
To know, Castro, but finally open your eyes.
I love to see it, you know, and I trust
nowhere. It's a
Triple
waste
H
of time.
and Rock not being involved in the crap that the previous was going to do it, you know. I thought the intro, and it felt like something weird. Whether it's off conjecture or crap or whatever, to me it felt like
Master showing the legacy.
because Triple H he's formal at press conferences, so he's not going to come out and say, forgive this crap, but this is kind of like his,
This is what he is good at. He's good at opening the show, rallying up the crowd. He did it in NXT all the time. This felt like the right thing to do to kick off WrestleMania weekend, and probably what he should do for every WrestleMania.
right, yeah. And I love the
For better or worse, he's convinced that because some officials are responsible for the
just those people. But once we start getting rid of the Pritchards of the world and Doc Hendrickses of the world, I think we're going to be in much better wrestling position.
I didn't think I had much of a choice.
But the show kicked off in the ring with Rhea Ripley defending the WWE Women's World Championship against the man Becky Lynch. Big time entrances for both women. Lynch's entrance featured excerpts from her book, which is now out, and she also had excerpts printed on her gear. Big little intro with the book being played out and her coming through the book during the entrance. You also then had highlights of her career as well. Rhea Ripley got the big entrance as well as her favorite band, Motionless in White, sang her song to the ring. She got to sing the song and scream in the lead singer's face. She says she really wanted to do that for a long time.
During the introductions, they had 4K zoom-in shots on both women. Becky Lynch notably got some booze during her introduction. And then the match started off. Becky was overwhelmed very early by Rhea Ripley using her strength advantage. But it was Lynch who showed her focus of the matchup with an early arm drag. And then the commentary noted that Ripley already had an injured arm. And the wrist injury became the focus of Becky, who tried multiple different submissions throughout the contest to try to put Rhea away. She tried arm breakers and arm bars. Rhea would hoist her up. At one point, when she had her in the arm bar, she started hitting her with some rampage consecutive power bombs for a near fall. Lynch tried to target the arm again, but Ripley just booted her for a 2 count. Lynch avoided a corner charge, and Ripley went shoulder first into the arm again. Becky then applied a disarmor with her arm on the turnbuckle, with the referee trying to break it up. Ripley eventually countered Lynch and applied the prism block and looked like she was going to make Becky tap out. Becky was able to counter that into a cover, but Becky was able to then counter a riptide into a manhandle slam for a 2 count. That shocked Rhea Ripley to bug eyes at that point. Ripley ducked a kick by Lynch and then hit a riptide of her own and got a near fall of herself as well. So they both kicked out of each other's finishers. So we had the big finishers. You had the focus on the limb work by Becky Lynch. Becky hit a big superplex and then transitioned into a disarmor, but Ripley hoists her up into an electric chair position. They go out of the ring, still in the electric chair position. Becky tries to cover Ripley's eyes, but she does an electric chair drop on the floor, then puts her in the ring and hits a big frog splash for a near fall. Becky tries a manhandle slam off the second rope, but Ripley is able to block it. She then hits a riptide into the top turnbuckle, and then another riptide, the third of the matchup. 1, 2, 3. Rhea Ripley retains the WWE Women's World Championship. This match went 17 minutes, 9 seconds. I thought this was a great opener to the show. I love the focus on psychology and limb work and the story of the matchup with Becky mainly playing a heel here. Focus on the injury and then Rhea having to fight from underneath, using all of her skills, all of her power to overcome Becky. I gave the match 4 stars. Josh, what did you think about Rhea and Becky?
It was a solid match. Nothing too crazy, nothing over the top. I just thought it was like really good. Becky's attire did look like the Wise Camp.
I still say it looked like one of a pair of Jordans.
Yeah, that too. But it was like besides that, I mean, it was a solid match. That's all you can really ask for, especially when you have, I was more surprised with the winner. I thought Becky would win, but I was fine with Rhea winning.
I was as well. Brother Nate, what did you think about Rhea and Becky in the opener here?
I think I gotta unmute you here.
Oh, there you go. Trying to silence me, brother, like Dwayne.
No, you had some technical difficulties. I saw you trying to fix it in the back.
Hey, you was being a good teammate. I see.
Exactly.
First of all, I think we got to give a shout out to the man Becky Lynch on these streets, because realistically, she shouldn't even been out there in that match last night, man.
No, that was her first game.
Yep, had a 100-degree fever, was out there still performing, putting on a show. So I think this was a really, really, really good match. I think there's a better match that these two have between them, Sid. If everybody's 100%, I think they can still go to another gear. But that being said, I enjoyed it. It was a good opener. At this point of the night, Sid, I'm like, okay, this about to be amazing tonight. This about to be sensational tonight. But little did I know what was to come. Much like Josh, I was surprised by the finish, because I too predicted Becky was going to win this. But, you know, all props to Rhea, like she is arrived, you know, as a star in this company. Not just a star, not just a superstar, but a star in this company. And, you know, I think, again, they could run this back, or we can see what else they have for Rhea. But looking at the landscape of the women on Raw, Sid, I don't know who's next, because you got a lot of You got a lot of big players, but you ain't got no Caitlyn. I'm gonna use this women's basketball analogy for the rest of the show. You ain't got no Caitlyn Clarks out there. Becky's a Caitlyn Clark. You know what I mean? Becky's an Angel Reese. Becky's a star on that level with Rhea Ripley, and I don't see anybody else, Chris, coming up. You know, like no disrespect to Zoe Stark in them. Zoe Stark ain't got no heat like that, brother.
I think what's next for Rhea is the whole Liv Morgan program. Liv wants revenge, but that seems like a backlash matchup. That does not seem. People wanted it for. There was some crazy Liv fans who wanted it for goddamn WrestleMania.
No.
Who was smoking some
That would have been a really bad spot to have, but it was Liv.
I've been very vocal about my Rhea Ripley love. I've been saying for years they need to take her away from those 4 other dwarves. For however many people are in the Judgment Day. I think she is there to keep them good, not the other way around. I would have loved this match to have been like some kind of double turn. And Becky had won. I saw Becky on the Breakfast Club this weekend too. I don't really watch the Breakfast Club anymore because those dudes are dorks. But I watched Becky Lynch on there, and I thought she carried herself very well. She riding with Biden a couple weeks ago. Becky Lynch is a big star, but Rhea Ripley's one of those people that's easy to love because she does 2 things. She says she's gonna beat people's ass, and she beats people's ass. That is the easiest wrestling formula. That's the easiest character formula in like fiction. Period. It's just a person that says they're gonna beat somebody down, and then they do it. It's really, really, really hard not to like that. And Rhea Ripley exemplifies that. She is on another stratosphere. I really do think she's notches above everybody in Judgment Day. And I do think she's like, even in the division, there are very few women in that division that are even touching her. So to see her win, I had no problem with it at all, even though me and Nate predicted Becky Lynch, because I love Becky too, but Rhea Ripley, this is her time. And get her away from those guys. I don't care how they do it. Just do it and give her something else, something more salient. They don't have to, they could keep her edge, because this is always an issue in wrestling, is when they turn somebody that's a bad guy into a face, what they do is the first thing they take away is their edge, the thing that makes people love them, and then that's when they get stale. They kind of done that with Becky, and I hope they don't do that with Rhea.
I think that this was a really damn good matchup, like I said, and I gotta hand it to Becky Lynch. If she had strep throat and was sick, good question though. If she was contagious, and if that's not safe, I mean, I would expect WWE did a lot of medical on her before she went out there to see if she would be any type of contagious. But really good effort by the ladies here. But yeah, the question is now what next for Rhea Ripley? But this was more of a statement, and that, you know, you've had Bianca Belair the last couple of years go back to back, beating the horsewomen in main matches at Mania, with the win over Sasha Banks and then the win over Becky Lynch, and then you just did the same thing with Rhea Ripley. This seems to kind of set up now. After this show, a certain woman is scoring. Oh, Rhea Ripley, women's world champion. I would say try to hold on to her with the title for a year, and then you got the big Mania women's main event with Bianca. We got in the chat here, we got NRU, Cody Ghostface. He says, new here, hello guys. I think Cody Rhodes and Roman match is going to be a brawl. All hell will break loose. Most definitely. You saw last night's main event. It can't be anything less than that after, beat the hell out of each other. Poor Roman looked like he was wrecked after that match.
Let's see. What do you think is the over-under? Because last night's main event was 44 minutes, I believe. You think this is going more or less than 44
got a long video, pretty deadly, running down all the teams in the next matchup, and then we had our six-pack ladder match for the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. I like some of the entrants here, like DIY coming out as DX with DX theme entrance. Johnny even doing the Shawn Michaels running down the ramp thing. Xavier Woods came out in Consequences Creed gear since he was in Philadelphia. Kofi Kingston wore yellow and black. Judgment Day entered in mass, and this had all 6 teams, the Judgment Day, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest, DIY, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa, Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods of the New Day, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, A-Town Down Under, and New Cash Republic, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate. Both titles were separated, as you saw in the picture, so a team had to, the match would not end until both titles were brought down. I appreciate them having separate apparatuses for the titles, because it would have been very convoluted in someone getting one pair of titles and not the other if they were on the same apparatus. Very early on, we get Tyler Bate with a new variation of the airplane spin and the ladder spin, as he had Finn Balor in the airplane spin, holding the ladder on top of him, knocking a few people down. New Catch Republic got the spotlight early as they did a big moonsault off a high ladder on the outside with Pete Dunne landing on his damn feet. That was quite impressive. Then we got the Awesome Truth portion of this as Miz was getting beaten down by the Judgment Day in the ring. We have R-Truth come onto the apron and asks for the hot tag. The crowd gets behind him. They're clapping for him to get the hot tag. He comes in, makes his comeback, the John Cena sequences with the 5-knuckle shuffle, and then an AA on the ladder. At this point, it looked like Regeneration X was going to battle with each other with DIY and Awesome Truth, but instead, they all decided to help each other out. They did, on A-Town Down Under, they do a super kick by Johnny, a version of the pedigree by Ciampa. It looks like they're going to fight each other, but instead, they decide to climb the ladders and try to go for individual titles, one for the Raw, one for the SmackDown, but A-Town Down Under come in, they take care of both teams, and then climb the ladder, and then 7 minutes, 45 seconds into this matchup, A-Town Down Under are our new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. At this point, Dunne and Bate catch Waller and deliver a bone-crushing powerbomb through a ladder bridge. Waller is done for this matchup, folks. Woods and Ciampa hit with a springboard elbow onto another ladder bridge, a limit breaker. Kingston wipes out most of the field with the trust fall off a ladder while Woods tries to climb it. Gargano and Dunne are fighting on one of the aprons where he absolutely kills him with the one final beat off the apron, a table. Ciampa kills Bate with an air raid crash off the top of the ladder. Suddenly emerges to the delight of the fans. JD McDonough then comes in and cuts the ball. He tries to help Balor climb the ladder, but Kingston cuts back off Balor with the steel chair, and then Woods and Kingston throw JD off of a ladder through 2 tables on the outside, at which point it looks like Priest is going to get the win and get the Raw Tag Team titles. He gets a big razor edge Kingston on a chair. Miz tries to stop him, but Priest shoves him off the ladder. He should have gave him a choke slam, but the ladder busted. It was like a busted up ladder, and the referee tried to stop Priest so he could climb it. Priest grabs another ladder and then climbs it, but Truth cuts him off. He delivers an AA over the top rope down to the floor to Priest, and then R-Truth. It looks like he's about to fall off the ladder at one point, but he doesn't. He retrieves the Raw Tag Team titles, so Awesome Truth win the Raw Tag Team titles. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory win the SmackDown Tag Team titles. New champions all around. I really like this match. I thought this was a really fun one. This is another match I gave 4 stars. I thought back-to-back. The opener and this one gave a nice energy and a great start to the Mania card. Nate, what did you think about the ladder?
This was solid. I liked it a little bit less than the opener. I don't remember them specifying that they were separating the titles. Like, I must have missed it somewhere.
It was on Raw.
It was on Raw? Okay. I must have missed it. But I thought it was good. I'm still kind of going back and forth, though, Sid, whether it was better to have both titles
asking these guys to wrestle 2 ladder matches.
I know, I'm saying split the teams, like not all 6 in both matches.
That would have made sense because Judgment Day is the undisputed tag team champion. They would have to. If you split it into 2 ladder matches, that means Judgment Day would have to.
So here's what I would have did though. Here's what I would have did. Freebird rule. Valor Priest night 1, Dom and JD night 2.
That's just you making up stuff.
Hey, sometimes you gotta think outside the box, brother.
I'm not thinking outside the box. That's just convoluted.
It was convoluted anyway, man.
I mean, wrestling is convoluted.
That's not true. That all could be true. Yes, this was probably a little convoluted as well.
But that being said, though, I thought it worked good match, Chris. Like, I think the right people went over. Like, you know, you got Waller and Theory. I think that sets up a lot on SmackDown. And of course, like, if Truth and Miz did not win this, then what the hell did we do this for? Because that's the story y'all been telling this whole time. And it was good for brother Ron Killer to have a WrestleMania moment. Like, he has deserved this and earned this over the years, man.
Right. To me, what this does for us, and everyone knows how I feel about it.
You love the Miz, your favorite wrestler.
I always like the awesome truth. The Miz, he's there, but what I do say is I think this legitimizes the awesome truth that they weren't just some makeshift thing that was presented 10 years ago. They put it down as a tag that was history. So I like that. I'm still not feeling it for Austin Theory. I Flux is way too spot. He did it last year. He's doing it again this year. Waller, yeah, of course, but Theory is just not. He's just not doing it for me. And this might be a personal problem because maybe other people. I don't really know what the online sentiment is on Theory. I'm just unimpressed. By his 10 out of 4. But and I I gave it 3 stars because I didn't hate it, but I would have liked Nate's idea a little bit better, something different because I think when you like the Miz, the R-Truth moment, if you want to give them a moment, give them a moment. You don't want to mix it up with other people crap, you know, environment. It's like
I think they got the moment, though. They got the moment, and they got the moment, and they chose the right team to get the first set of titles because that was my whole thing when they announced that they split the titles for this matchup. I was like, you have to put it on a team that you're not like, completely overshadowing the awesome truth when it's Raw tag. And that's why I was like, we got down on it's obviously done because no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care. Like
I think the only other,
and then you'll get rid of it.
the only other choice you could have made, Sid, was if there was a situation where, and this would have meant that DIY would have had to go to SmackDown, but both of those guys climbing simultaneously. I think that's the only other option.
But that also, I feel like that also takes away from Miz and Truth. Miz and Truth moment because it's Miz and Truth and DIY's moment at the same time. It's not just
I think they made the best out of a bad situation because these titles should have been split a long time.
Yeah, I agree with like the first portion of this matchup. I wasn't really feeling. There was a lot of clutter. It felt like a Royal Rumble when there's too many people in the ring. But once they started doing the spots, I thought this was just a hell of a match. I'll probably go lower when I do my star rating, probably like 3 3/4. It was like 3 3/4 4 stars around that. But Josh, what do you think about the 6-pack ladder match?
Match was okay. Some few cool spots. Pete Dunne got knocked the fuck out, by the way, in that spot. Yeah, they were trying to like on TV. I know they kind of left it a little bit longer, so you could see he was knocked out. And then on social media, they kind of cut that part out. The fucking ladder, that part I think got us a worry too. The fucking broken ladder. They're trying to tell Freeze waves it off, and then the Mist runs off on the bad side of it. I was like, oh no, we were like,
but he pulled it off. He ran. That's the fastest Miz ever ran up the ladder.
had their Ronin, Theory, and these guys. It was because Theory was actually a smart one in the situation when they realized they could get titles. And it's kind of crazy that Theory was a smart one in the situation when he was the same idiot. But I kind of told you so long. But besides that, I thought if you're going to title, I thought that was the best way to do it. Have a team that, like you said, like won't care about, and you'll get some points from winning those first sets, and then you have truth. I do like the idea of like making two different nights, but at the same time you do complicated things. Like how do you do this? One team supposed to be in it. I do like that idea. It's just a matter of logistics. You can have a guy, have the guys have two ladder matches in a row. Like that would be the issue. But besides that, I mean nothing crazy. I thought they picked the right winners for the situation. So I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and I never took the separate title seriously, or the universal tag. I thought it was always. I always knew they were going to revert back to two skip tag champions.
Should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah. This is what they probably should have done with Roman's title so long time ago.
Perhaps last year.
They had to fucking create a whole new fucking title. But
Somebody said Cody should have won one of them titles last year, dog. I'm just saying.
That's what Cody should have just won one title instead of going for one.
Honestly, I honestly they should have done it after the castle. When Theory cashed in, should have been on one title because the contract was for one title. That should have been split. That should have been split. That should have been the moment.
Will Chisholm with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Will. He says it's crazy how R-Truth, The Rock, and Triple H are around the same age, and Truth still look the same. I don't crack. Absolutely. Absolutely. You already know. Black don't crack. Looking good out there in these streets, R-Truth. I was glad for him to get that moment. He deserves it. That's it. That was a nice little...
He almost fucked it up, too. He almost fucked it up because he almost stopped.
He climbed too high, and then he tried to walk back. He didn't try to take a step back, he tried to walk back.
When the crazy thing is that it would have worked for the camera.
Exactly.
He'd be like, my bad, just climb back up.
Iron Kid says, can we finally come to the conclusion that people aren't feeling DIY? I think that they would if WWE got behind them if we would.
I think to say that people aren't really DIY is kind of like it's a company that's not really doing anything selling with them. That's one of the reasons why I'm like, Vince McMahon he always saw Theory as a bigger star than Johnny Wrestling. And it's just a continuation of that. Like, why at this point we have to accept that they're utility guys. They're not there to be main eventers or anything, or even main event tag. They might get it, but they're not gonna be the Usos or the New Day. That's just not that company's vision for it.
And I would say the same thing about Theory, because I know you're alluding to Theory, like he doesn't do it for you. That's also on the company too, because ever since Theory has been in the company, it feels like they try to like do the weird packages with him. They try to run over this gimmick and then that gimmick and that gimmick. That also hurt.
He's been with the company since 2019, and I'm pretty sure he's played 4 or 5 different characters.
Yeah, like,
Yes, great.
Which is crazy. Which is all, and nothing about his look has changed. He's had the same attire. They just keep trying to change his character. It's very weird. He comes in, he's first young prospect, Austin Theory.
Yep.
Then they pair him up with Andrade and all the Mexicans, and he's cultural appropriation, Austin Theory. And then put him in NXT in the way, and he's a himbo, Austin Theory. Then they put him on the main roster, and he became Golden Egg Selfie Austin Theory. Then they tried to repackage him sidekick, Austin Theory. That is 7 characters. Wrestling broke it down, and that is 7 different characters, and he has never changed his look. He has the same tights he had in Evolved. 7 different characters.
Like, it's crazy because with Austin Theory, he's like every once in a while in WWE, there's always a wrestler that I don't really see it in, but I kind of can see where they're gonna be a star. Like, even with Rocky Maivia, the minute I saw him, I knew he was gonna be destined for something. The same with like Sheamus or
Who are you?
John
Why are you
Cena
here?
or any of these other guys that they kind of like force feed you into liking. I just don't see it with Theory. I just do not know why. Like, what? It's like they want to prove something, you know?
No, I think I've said it a long time ago, but it still is true. I really feel Austin Theory is a young Randy Orton, but this company thinks he's a young John Cena, and that's the
I see
problem.
we share the same
That's
goals.
And that's the problem.
But you know what it is too. To me, he's not even a young Randy Orton. Like, that's how further back they've gone.
Yeah, he's Orton when he won the world title at this point, and they haven't still figured out Orton. They're still trying to make him John Cena.
And I don't
They think Austin Theory is Austin Reeves, but really he's Duncan Robinson. That's what it is. That's what it is.
That was great.
It's like I can see the similarities, but they ain't the same, dog.
He said they think he's Larry Bird, but he's really Brian Scalabrine. We got Jason the Chat. He says, "Don't forget Austin Theory was with Seth Rollins." Everyone forgets that. That shit was like 3 weeks. That was 3 weeks of his career. I can't even say that was a different character. Because all that really was, Chase, was young prospect Austin Theory, except he paired with Seth Rollins. That was, and even I can't even say that was a different character, and it was only 3 weeks. I can't even get it.
It was like with John Cena last year. It was like they asked John Cena, "Hey, can you do WrestleMania? We need you to do the favors for Austin Theory." And Cena's like, "Okay, nah, I can't do it. I got other stuff going on. He'll pay you $8 million." Cena's like, "All right."
He said, he said, I do, but I'm gonna really tell him how I feel, though. Right. He preemptively buried the win. Like, it was crazy. That was like,
if you win, you still lose, dog.
I've never seen anything like it.
Never seen anything like that. That was a first. I've been watching wrestling pretty much my whole life. I'm about to be 36 years old. It's the 35 years I've been watching from us. I've never seen a top guy preemptively bury a win over him before like that.
I was like, how is this kid gonna overcome that? You know? And I think Cena needs to stop coming back to wrestling. I think he goes because like as a favor to the fans. But if you just like,
be careful.
I like the complaint about Cena when he was on top was him beating everybody all the time. Now all he does is come back and lose. The wins don't mean anything anymore. Like he lost to Solo Sikoa, and look at him now. You have to the guy who's even come back to wrestle. It's gotta mean something. It's like beating him losing. It's got to mean something. And if he's just gonna come back and just keep losing, he's better off doing those Doug Apatow moves.
Really, the last win that really mattered against Cena was Roman at SummerSlam 2021, and that was because the shock return that he did at Money in the Bank that set that up. That was mainly because of that. Really, if you really think about it, the last Cena loss that really mattered, unfortunately, the person isn't here. Bray Wyatt fired by one of them. That killed the Cena character. Honestly, that's why I feel like
the heavy merch guy that he once was. But he's never.
Does stuff with make-a-wish kids. He goes to schools and talks to them, just like say no to drugs and blah blah blah. He's on total clueless. I get it. That's not who he is anymore. He's doing those Judd Apatow movies. He's on.
Dr. Kusamoto!
Please, make these people leave.
You, by the looks of it, you're not with us this time. We'll have to knock some sense into you!
There's some time left. Let me help.
Ah.
That's enough for today, I think. I'll be going.
All right.
Thank you so much. Could I ask? He was rounded. I have my. Please, dear.
All right, folks. Catch you later.